Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 71 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm the other co-host, Joe.
And on today's episode, as you guys can see, we have a very special guest with us. Mr. Dito, do you want to introduce yourself? Maybe tell us some films you're into, what type of genres do you like? Give us some of your background on film.
Well, my name's Frank. I've been friends with Goose for about 8 years now, and long-time listener, first time here. But I'm really excited to be here. And a couple movies I really like. My top one came out in the year we were born. Brad Pitt is one of my favorite actors for sure. Fight Club, love Fight Club. I watched that movie. It had to be like 6 or 7 years ago, and yeah, the twist at the end of the movie kind of throws you for a loop, and it was like the first big, like, mind loop that I got put in watching a movie. And honestly, I watch it all the time. It's one of the movies I really can't get tired of. Other than that, I'm pretty classic when it comes to like the best movies, like Godfather 2. I think that's the best Godfather. It's one of my favorite movies. We could throw it back to like football back in like the early 2000s. Remember the Titans? That's always that's a reoccurring watch for me too.
I've never
And
actually seen that.
I'll round that off with one of
Really? You haven't watched
it's one of the most powerful football football focused movies, just in regards to like the time and the storyline. It's a pretty special movie.
It's really good.
Really quotable. Really quotable.
Who is it? Denzel Washington plays the coach?
Denzel Washington, yeah. Plays Herman Boone.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen that movie, man. That movie's
It's
one of the best sports movies in my opinion.
It's definitely like on
a
my
Disney
list.
movie, I think.
Yeah, it is. Back when they made real movies, back in the day.
I think
I
my
can throw
audio
one
is,
more
like,
out there
a
because
bit
I do
delayed,
love
so sorry about that.
Wait, what happened now?
Yeah, I'm sorry for cutting you off. My audio is like
No, you're good.
delayed to you guys for some reason. So I'm like, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. No, you're good. What's his name? Quentin Tarantino. I think his best movie, it's not one of my favorites, but I think the best movie he's ever made was Jackie Brown. I really love that movie. But my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie is Pulp Fiction. About those 3 or 4 are the ones, my go-tos.
Yeah.
Solid picks.
Solid picks, yeah.
But all right, hold on. Before we get started, I'm gonna leave the call and rejoin very instantly because I'm definitely delayed. 1 second.
Nice.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, sometimes we have little technical difficulties on here.
No, I did notice that with him. Me and you were good, and I kind of just am coming in late.
What you call it?
All right, I'm back.
We actually just reviewed. How many episodes ago was that when we did Kill Bill?
3?
Kill
2 or
Bill.
3?
Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
That was a banger, dude.
I think my audio is good now. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're much better.
Yeah, I think I was like, you would say something and then I would answer like way too late or like, yeah, my bad. That was probably a little jumbled up, but yeah, no, you got some solid choices there. I remember the Titans. I gotta definitely watch that. And I actually haven't seen Jackie Brown. That's like one of the only Tarantinos I haven't seen.
I don't know what it is about that movie. It's just like the storyline, like Samuel L. is in it. The main actress, I can't remember her name. Like the way the roles kind of just end up. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a turning point in the movie where you see all like the characters become whole and like who they are and like the end result you expected for some of them. It's just it's kind of a perfect movie.
Have you seen Django?
Love Django.
Yeah, that's my favorite of his, definitely.
Yeah.
Joe, I think
Definitely
he's like just sort of getting into Tarantino.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm honestly. I'm trying to think. Like I saw Kill Bill growing up, but like never really like when we watched it for the for the podcast. That was like the first time I actually like sat down and like I was like, this is fucking really good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've seen anything else. I think I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but like,
Inglourious Bastards, Joe, you never seen?
Oh yeah, I saw Inglourious Bastards. Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
Matt, you might know this one. I can't remember if it's either a Quentin Tarantino movie or a book by Stephen King. It's called Death Proof.
Oh, Death Proof. That's
Yeah,
like one. I think he did it jointly with like Robert Rodriguez or something. I
it was like
haven't
What
one
is
of
that?
his movies, right?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, that's like one of his. It's kind of like Grindhouse, I think is the name. Like,
Similar.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
never saw that movie, but it's basically this dude is like a daredevil, I guess. Like what's the
Yeah, that's
famous? Yeah, it's something like that. And then he like just makes his car indestructible and goes on like a crazy rampage. It's something like that.
yeah. It's supposed to be super bloody and just like over the top.
Yeah.
What's the
But
vampire movie he did, Tarantino?
no, you're thinking of Robert Rodriguez. He did From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, that's something else. Never
But
mind.
yes, but actually, Dusk Till Dawn is a inspiration for this movie we're about to talk about.
Yeah, shit, it's a good intro
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Good transition there, Joe. So yeah, we got to see Sinners, which is probably it's definitely the best movie to come out this year, at least like the general public, I think. So
Yeah.
so I like Warfare better personally, but we'll get into that later. So Joe, maybe you want to read the synopsis for it?
Yeah,
And,
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
So Joe and I actually got to see this in the IMAX theater at AMC Lincoln Center, which is the largest in America. So and our row was pretty close. I accidentally got our seats
Yeah.
pretty close, so
No, but
It
it wasn't.
was.
Honestly, it wasn't even that bad.
it was a lot. But yeah, where'd you see it? Did you see it in IMAX or no?
I saw it at the Atrium. I think it was the IMAX theater that they got in there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. Like the sound effects were pretty intense,
Yeah.
especially that one scene in the barn. But I guess keep going.
All right, here I have the synopsis right now.
Go ahead.
So, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is awaiting to welcome them back. I mean, honestly, I feel like the general public had pretty high expectations going into this, but I didn't. I feel like it even surpassed how good I thought it was going to be. And honestly, I think it also is a testament to Ryan Coogler as a director. Like, I think this is his strongest film by far, and it says something because this is just like his free reign. They gave him the keys to this. It's not like I mean, Creed's technically a franchise, so but I mean that like Black Panther obviously based off comics, but this was like an original idea, and it was so unique. I don't think I've ever seen a horror movie that was able to blend music and with the central theme of the story so well. Like, music is generally like a huge part of the movie, which I mean, I knew it would be involved, but not to this degree, honestly. I feel like I'm like talking a lot, Matt. If you want to,
No, but you're supposed to talk, dude. You don't gotta
I
apologize
know.
for that.
I don't want to hog the mic.
Nah, you're fine, bro. But yeah, I agree. It's like the music is really kind of the central thing about this film.
Yeah.
And it was the Ludwig Göransson did the score, who also did. He works with Christopher Nolan a lot. I think he did Oppenheimer.
He did Oppenheimer.
He probably
Tenet.
did Interstellar. Yeah, a bunch of those.
He-
Um,
he needs to- I don't remember.
But yeah, just the way that music was incorporated to the story. That's kind of like the one thing that stood out on the surface level, definitely. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know if you wanna. You definitely got to add something here.
yeah.
Honestly, I know a lot of people like the movie. I like the movie. I do have some gripes with it in regards to. I went into the movie comparing it to Legend with Tom Hardy because the same guy playing the same set of brothers. I felt like that was kind of the bar going into this. I haven't really seen many movies like that, but I think he did such a knockout job that it's gonna be tough to for Michael B. Jordan to come into this first time, kind of doing the same thing. He did okay. I was a little back and forth just trying to I knew who was who based on the clothing, but it was really tough telling their inflections apart, the way they were speaking, the way they were acting. They were both pretty moderate, tempered until the times got a little tougher where Stack came out and was a little more aggressive than Elijah was. But from a general standpoint, it was just a wild movie, very unique, I would put it at, just based on the depiction of the vampires and kind of just throwing this small town of people who really were doing something kind of for the first time, and then just throwing a wrench in their entire plan. So it was very unique.
Yeah, I agree with that take though about how it's hard to tell them apart, really. And I feel like as an actor, it's definitely a challenge. But thinking about a dual role, like Mickey 17 that came out this year, and I think Robert Pattinson did like a much better job. I don't know if you saw that, but
I didn't.
yeah, that's another one. They don't. It's not brothers. They're like playing clones of each other.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that performance, I think, he did like a significantly better job of sort of giving each character their own personality. Like in this Smoke and Stack, like I don't even remember which one turned into a vampire, honestly. Like
Stack, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I also saw it like we saw it what 2 weeks ago at this
2
point,
weeks
Joe.
ago, probably. Yeah.
So, but I mean, obviously Michael B. Jordan's a great actor, and it is very
Yeah.
challenging to do that. But I think he
Yeah.
could have, did a little bit more. And maybe that's not his fault. Maybe the characters are supposed to be that similar. But yeah, that's a good take there for sure.
I feel like you're right, Dito, because when the movie goes on and like shit gets real, like their personalities kind of come out, so it becomes a little bit more like easier to differentiate them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
'Cause
When it came to like the talking about being with women, when it talked to like him giving preacher boy advice in the car ride to like the bar that they had, like you could see that both of them were focused on different things.
yeah,
And I really tried to like narrow it down as soon as you met them, when they were standing by the car buying the property, and you kind of understood that Smoke was like the businessman of the operation, Stack was the brawn, but
yeah.
in the end of it, like whether who was speaking, they kind of just had the same inflection on the situation that they had. Like they knew the guy was racist, they knew what his plans were,
Yeah.
but it was kind of you couldn't really differentiate them that well. That was my main gripe with the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned a little bit about kind of like the horror, how it's a horror movie that is original, and what did you think about like the horror elements in general? Because I didn't find the movie scary at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like horror. I feel like the horror is more like situational in this. Like it's like more the idea like that they're like all stuck in this barn. It's not. There's no like really. I don't even think there's really any jump scares in the movie really.
It's like in the beginning.
Yeah, like I think
it's
with
the
yeah,
snake,
you're right,
the
with
snake.
That got me good. That got me good.
But I mean, I don't know, like because I would consider it horror, but it's not like scary per se. Like
I didn't think it was
terms of, like-
scary at all. I just
Yeah, yeah.
What did they qualify it as?
it's a horror because like it has vampires.
Vampires,
but, like-
and it's like
Like thriller, I guess.
Yeah,
supernatural thrill, like I don't know, supernatural horror maybe.
I was surprised by how like action packed it was. It's like an action horror.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Right.
in the vein of like Blade or maybe like I don't know if you guys have seen like Underworld. I don't know if you've seen those
No.
movies, but it's similar. And yeah, I think they did a great job of like balancing those tones. I did expect a lot more of like the horror. Like I thought it was gonna be actually really scary because I remember when the first trailer came out, I forget. I feel like on Twitter I saw people were saying like, oh, it's gonna be like a true horror, very terrifying, and
Yeah.
I didn't really get that too much.
I kind of thought about Nosferatu when I was going into that. There was so many different types of movies I was thinking about when going into this, just based on what Goose told me and just what like the trailer showed,
Yeah.
and it met none of the expectations. That's why I liked it so much, because it was kind of just stood on its own compared to the other movies I was thinking about.
I agree. I like in terms of my expectations, like I feel like I had high expectations, but I just feel like the way the music is the thing that really elevates this movie for me because it's on its own. The music is like fucking fantastic. Like even like the fucking Irish jig that the vampire does. Like that song's awesome. Like that's like one of the best fucking song numbers in the movie.
Yeah, Joe. Like the day after you sent me like the Irish.
Yeah,
jig
but
on
I sent
Apple
them. I was like,
Music.
bro, this thing's
You're
fire.
like, yo, this is sick.
It's like if you listen to the actual like.
Do you listen to that
playlist
while
of
you
the-
lift, or no?
No. I had it on. I'm like when I sometimes at work and I'm like on break. I like walk around. Just I'll have that. on. But that. But also I feel like we didn't even really talk about this. But the convert. What is it called? The convergence of souls. The scene.
Oh, that scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, was that your favorite scene in the movie?
Yeah. I mean, it's just so. It's It's definitely experimental. The general consensus around it, I feel, is that like mostly positive. Some people like were like it's okay, and other people like I love it. I think it's like one of the best scenes I've seen. Honestly, I don't even know in a really long time, and it's just such a unique like I don't know, just like the idea of them blending all these eras of music together, and even like that they had like because they have the I forgot the character's name, but the woman who owns the grocery store, the Chinese woman.
Mm-hmm.
They had like that older kind of I don't know the term for it, but like I guess Chinese like dancer or whatever, like with the I don't know, little things like that. I just thought it was such a cool scene.
It was like
And the
Shen Yun,
music, what happened?
like Shen Yun, like the
Yeah,
show.
like literally like the Shen Yun, like and it was just such a unique scene. I've never even conceptualized an idea like that to have a scene like that in a movie.
Yeah, I what you said about like, oh, it's one of the best scenes of the last like however many years. I know a lot of people said that also on like film Twitter and stuff. I like the concept of it, but for me, it kind of took me out a little bit because we're in, it's basically a period piece. Like it takes, I don't know what year it takes place in. They've definitely said it, but I forget.
Like 1918.
Or like
Yeah.
and then you have the scene where it's like they have like Run DMC era rappers just like appear. I understand what they're going for, and like, and then you also had like the people who were supposed to be from the future, I guess, like that guitarist guy. It just kind of like took me out of it a little bit. I still think it was very cool, and I think that the music in the scene was cool, but I don't think it's like one of the best scenes of the last decade or something.
I didn't say decade.
All right. Oh, now I'm dragging it. Is that what you're saying?
I like, and even you got to admire the camera work and the transition.
Yeah, the camera work was cool, for sure.
Did you get when you were watching that scene? What did you think of? Because I thought of a scene from another movie immediately.
Oh, Babylon, maybe something from
right?
Babylon. Yeah.
Yeah, the opening scene. I mean, obviously it's completely different, but like kind of the camera work and the style of it's like a party.
No, it's similar because they're dancing. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah. Also, two things I forgot to mention. I honestly, halfway through the movie, like, there's no mention of vampires, but I still was like fully invested in the movie. Like, I thought Smoke and Stack were like cool characters. Like, I wanted to see like how the night was gonna play out, and then the vampires come. Like, there's this. I think the first scene is like the guy, like, I don't know if he's like jumping from something, but it's just like his feet hit the ground.
Lands,
he's, like,
yeah.
So another was just like a really cool.
You're talking about when he was getting chased in the
Yeah,
beginning.
like when the Native American like people pulled up, like we're trying to find him, and he runs to the people's house.
Yeah. Did you guys know he was a vampire? And like right in that instance.
I mean, I had an idea.
I
He was
did.
like,
I just
steam coming
assumed.
off.
Yeah, that's why I assumed that he was just burning like in the sun. And like I don't think are you supposed to know that there were vampires associated with the movie beforehand?
I mean, it's in the
feel like the trailer-
trailers,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think
Like,
that
it's
that
supposed to
scene
be,
though,
like,
Joe.
supernatural.
Sorry, yeah. Not to cut
No,
you
you
off.
continue, man.
When like his introduction, how he like lands like that. You don't
Yeah.
think anything of it when you watch it, but then thinking back, when you realize he can like fly kind of, because it shows it like later in the movie. He probably was like flying down to land right there.
Yeah.
I tell you, that was kind of crazy seeing what's her name, Haley Steinfeld walking back to the bar, and you just see him just fucking start.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
His eyes go crazy. Yeah, that was a cool scene.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know what's the scariest part of that movie. I thought like just the scene in the house when he met the couple and then turned them. I thought that was probably the most like
Honestly, yeah.
get
That's
my
like
heart
the
rate up a
most-
little bit.
Yeah, horror
Horror.
like scene.
Because like even when they all when that woman is like that's probably my favorite like transition shot of the movie when the woman's like, what did she say, like come on in motherfuckers or something like that.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that was
yeah.
so, bro. Like, really. I mean, I get it
What?
because like her family was gonna die or whatever. They were gonna kill her daughter.
Just her daughter, right? Yeah.
But like you're
Yeah.
gonna let all these other people get killed, and then she died instantly anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she got like she got pretty brutally too.
That was crazy.
Burned
yeah,
alive,
yeah, that was a crazy death.
Yeah.
I
She
noticed
felt
like
bad.
a lot of those deaths weren't practical effects, which kind of bothered me a little bit. A lot of the effects
Yeah.
were like VFX,
Mhm.
which I think they could have went a little more classic.
A lot of the vampire stuff was like in terms of like his look was like practical, and then like when he hits him in the head with the guitar.
Yeah,
and,
that
like,
was
he has
cool.
the
That was
thing
cool.
Sticking out of his head. That was
You know what
pretty
else was practical? The Haley Steinfeld spit scene.
Yeah,
That
that
was-
was
It wasn't VFX.
I like how Dito knew that.
exactly what you were talking about.
Apparently they used like
What's right
syrup.
now?
They used syrup. They put like syrup in her mouth and made her spit into Michael B.
That's interesting.
I kind of like that they're like it's like rabid animals. Like they look like kind of the vampires. Like when they see
Yeah.
them and they drool. I actually like
Thirsty.
that. There was a lot of cool like I don't know, little niche things with the vampire, like the way they jump. Like I thought that was really cool.
Some of the characters that they kind of mangled with the VFX, like Cornbread, like, I thought he looked a little ridiculous.
Yeah, his face.
His face was his
with
face
his,
was messed up. Yeah, it was just his whole bottom jaw.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that he's the guy. Did you guys ever watch Transformers, like the original?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's in that.
yeah.
Isn't he?
He is?
Is he
Isn't
the
he
guy?
Shia LaBeouf's best friend?
Isn't he the
Something
guy
like
that? I might
Nah,
be
I
like
thought he was
completely
from
wrong.
like a Disney
but
show when he was a kid.
He definitely is.
I'm about to look him
He's
up.
definitely
That guy's-
from, hold on.
We watched that dude growing up. Like,
Yeah, no, I remember
He
him
looks so
being in, like-
familiar. Yeah.
he was in like, was he in That's So Raven or something?
No, he's in
No.
he's in Transformers.
he is, right?
Yeah, it says he is he the guy that like? I don't know. I was thinking he was the guy that when they interrogate them and they offer like donuts and he folds
Oh, no,
instantly.
nah,
But that's not him. That's that's a different guy.
No, that guy was like an adult. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
But this guy looks so familiar. What's his name? Omar Benson Miller.
Bro,
he
I'm
kind
telling
he
you,
kind of
he's
looks like
from,
Forrest Whitaker a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you're right. I think he's from a Disney show, dude. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Oh wait, actually no, he's mad old. He's like fucking. Not mad old. He's like in his 40s.
He's in Ballers.
He's in
The
what?
show. The show Ballers.
Ballers. The with
The Rock
Stewart.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, another random thing that I liked about the movie that I didn't expect going in is the whole film takes place over the course of one night, which I just thought was pretty cool. I always like
Yeah.
when movies do something like that because like you're just like really invested in what's gonna happen in this one night, and it's also kind of like obviously the movie's only like what 2 hours and 20, so it's not actually like it's not like actually as long as like what happens in the movie, but it's kind of condensed. It's similar. It doesn't feel like a huge.
Like Spark Notes.
Yeah.
I feel like the music scenes where it went from Preacher Boy's big scene to the girl that like he was with at the end, like right before the vampires like really started taking people down. Like those two scenes really kind of seemed like it transitioned the timelines.
Yeah, it did jump a little bit for sure.
That music was so good. I can't get over that.
Yeah, the kid Preacher Boy, whatever, Sammy, he's never been in a movie before. It's his first acting
I wanted
role.
to talk about.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Miles Canton, his name is. Apparently, he was a background singer for SZA, I think, or something like that.
Or like her, H-E-R, H-E-R.
I don't. Yeah,
H-E-R.
I'm horrible with that. I'm so bad with music, people. I just know it was like a woman in pop, and apparently, like she encouraged him to audition for the role, and he did. Now, he said he wants to do more like movie roles now, which is kind of.
I mean, yeah, he was great.
he
He was going toe to toe with Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. I wasn't familiar with the actress that it's like his love interest, but I saw some people saying MCU Storm maybe Ryan Coogler could toss her in Black Panther 3.
I mean, that would be that would be.
She was pretty good.
She was pretty good. But
How old is she?
anytime like some new actor appears, it's like who do we cast them as in a Marvel movie? Yeah.
Well, that's like the
But I had to mention
How
it.
do we get this person in a costume?
They asked the guy who played Preacher Boy, like they were like, hey, who do you want to play in the MCU? And he said Miles Morales.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they apparently people were
He's a
not
little too
fucking
old,
with
but-
that because he's not like
he's
Puerto
not.
Rican or something or like
Yeah, he's not.
Spanish.
Yeah. But what you call it? I don't know. I think he's a little too old because Miles is supposed to be like 15. He's like 20 something.
Joe, I don't know if you saw this, but I think you would find this pretty interesting. Apparently, Remick, who's the villain, he's like the Irish guy.
Yeah.
He was partially inspired from Death from Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
I don't know. I kind of see the resemblance. I get like
Yeah.
the red eyes and kind of just like the sulking in the shadows kind of thing, and the quick
Even
like
the dialogue,
the witty,
like,
not like witty, but yeah, quick talking. That was
playful
pretty
dialogue.
cool. Did you see like Ryan Coogler talking about Puss in Boots in that interview?
Yeah, with
was like-
straw
like,
hat, that guy,
yo,
straw hat
yo.
guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool because he's like a real like film nerd. Like he
Yeah.
really enjoys movies. Him and Michael B. Jordan too. They're both like big film people.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see them. Like he said that one of his favorite horror movies was The Thing, which you pointed out to me. You spotted it right away. The garlic scene where they're all.
They're eating
It's like
the garlic,
very reminiscent
yeah.
of the scene in The Thing where they have the blood samples, which is really cool. But I don't. We talked about the scene. I was gonna say you guys have a favorite character.
You can go first, Dito, and then I'll go.
Call me off guard. I don't really know.
All right, fine. I'll go first.
Well,
I think Sammy Preacher Boy. He is kind of like the main character that we focus on,
yeah.
and he even as like an actor, he probably had the most difficult job. Even though Michael B. Jordan played two characters, he also had to like learn like whatever this genre of music was, like folk blues or something.
Yeah.
They said like he learned it for the role. He had to sing and act, and he was fantastic. Like we said, he went toe to toe with like these acting greats in his first role. So
yeah, I have to agree with you, man. Sammy's also my favorite character. It's just like every scene, he's like a steal stealer on it, a scene stealer. Sorry, but like every time he's on screen, he has like a presence, his voice. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think he's gonna get a lot of like work now, probably.
yeah, if he wants it, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, just to break the trend, because I would say him too. He was the best in the movie by far. But the guy who played Slim, the old man musician,
yeah. He was great.
Dude, he was just the exact character you needed to kind of make that movie. Like he kind of picked everyone's like brains like throughout the movie. Kind of made some people mad, some people happy.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Nah, yeah, he was a lot. He's getting like best supporting actor buzz, honestly.
Yeah,
really?
His name's
Right.
Delroy Lindo, the actor. He's sort of like he's been around for a long time. He's been in a ton of stuff. So I could definitely see them giving him like a nomination, kind of as like a legacy thing. Because also like, what competition really is there this year?
It's not really much.
Yeah.
Wasn't you said Blade before? Wasn't he in Blade?
He was supposed to be in the MCU Blade before it got canceled.
Yeah, he was supposed to play like Blade's like mentor or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if you saw that, Matt. They asked Ryan Coogler who his favorite black vampire, which I don't know any other.
Bro, how many is
vampires,
there, bro?
Yeah.
How many is there?
But he said, I mean, what else are you gonna say with Blade? I don't understand why they don't just give him.
He could have said that guy from Twilight. Remember that one black vamp?
The guy.
You guys hated Twilight. That was the funniest podcast I
Nah, it was fun. Like, it was fun. It was fun. I thought it was mad.
It was
fun.
horrible, man. But
Yeah.
Bro, the piano scene is actually like.
It's hilarious.
It's just like so out of pocket. Like I
they should have had they should have had something like that in this movie. Imagine the post-credit scene was like Robert Pattinson as Edward Cullen cameo. The cinematic universe.
The Blues Clues.
What did you guys think of that or I guess mid-credit scene where it's like years later and you realize I guess it's Stack, right? He was the one who was the vamp? Or is it Smoke? I forget. Stack and then Haley Steinfeld. It survived somehow, and they're back. Do you think that's like just kind of a fun thing, like tying a knot in it, or is it kind of like saying, all right, we're gonna continue the story?
Well, like, where is it gonna go? There's nothing.
I was just say I really hope they don't.
I don't.
It is nice to see that they both like ended up together, based just on how that lore like played out.
I feel like it was more of like a closure for their characters than anything else. Like, because like realistically, what story can they? The only thing they can maybe like talk about is like the Native American vampire hunters, because like they pull up for like 5 seconds and then like just dip. So maybe
I mean they could just like follow, like do some sort of story set in whatever. I don't know if they said what year that was, how
it's
far
like
it
modern
went forward.
times.
Yeah, so they could just do something in modern times, just with bring back Michael B. Jordan, bring back Haley Steinfeld, and just do like a different story.
Like,
and this movie made money, so like they might. There's like a decent chance they might.
Though, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he'll want to do it.
He's not gonna do another one if he doesn't have an idea for it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna want to do it because I don't know if you saw, but he signed some sort of deal with Warner Brothers.
He's gonna own the film, right?
Yeah, he's like usually if you're a director, you make like for example, like the Russo brothers, they made the Avengers movies for Marvel. Marvel and Disney still own the Avengers. They own the licensing, whatever. Coogler is going to own the licensing for Sinners in 25 years, which means like all royalties. Whenever they sell a DVD, he's going to get everything. So if you're him,
in 5 years,
yeah, like right now, everything's going to go to Warner Brothers, but in 25 years, the rights go back to him.
Oh, okay.
So if you're him, you're gonna want to push Sinners as much as possible. Like you'd want to make a sequel.
You
'Cause-
think? Yeah, I mean that too. But do you think this movie stands like that test of time? Like you think it's going to be a rewatch in like 20 years?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I just think, bro, even the transition work alone in the movie, I think, for film, like, in the film space, people are going to talk about that for a long time.
what do you mean by
I
that?
feel.
What do you mean like transition?
Yeah,
The transition shots and things like that.
Like just yeah,
like
like
moving from one scene to the next through music.
Yeah, and even the music as well. That's another thing that I forgot. Like, though, I feel
Right.
like those two things are people are going to be watch it again for those things specifically. Like the plot's good. Like obviously people will watch for that reason too. But the biggest things are obviously like the music, and why did I just fucking completely forget what I was? I just had a stroke here. I'm sorry. The music and what
You're saying the transitions.
the
transitions.
transitions? Yeah, the camera work and transition shots.
Camera work is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I know it was shot on IMAX cameras, which only like a couple movies. I think Oppenheimer was one.
One.
Avatar was another. I want to say
The
like
next
Top Gun
one.
maybe. Was
I
maybe
saw the
Top-
list. There's some like, because like it starts off like I think the Dark Knight's one of them. Then it's like Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Which is
Morbius.
kind of funny.
Let me see.
Hold on, wait.
Films shot on IMAX camera. See, I want to get more into like understanding, like, the cameras and like, you know how they say like 70 millimeter, 35 millimeter,
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, I don't really understand what that means.
Bro, watch
honestly.
the thing I sent you with Kugler. There's like a video online. I'm sure a lot of you listening saw this. There's like a 10-minute video that Kugler like posted where he basically just explains like the differences between the cameras and like how it's shot and why 70 millimeter is like the best version or like the best thing to see it on. It's like 10
Is
minutes
that
long.
opinionated?
What?
Is that an opinionated take or is that legitimate?
It's
Like,
I think it's
70
pretty consensus in
for
the,
like IMAX.
for like big blockbuster stuff. It's consensus. I feel like 70 millimeter is like. Matt, would you agree?
Yeah, people say like, oh, 70 millimeter IMAX, like the best possible way to watch a movie, which is what we saw it in. And I've never even seen 35 millimeter. And this was my first time watching 70 millimeter IMAX. I didn't like, it wasn't like I saw this and I was like, holy shit, this is insane. Like it looked really good, but I didn't know, I couldn't tell like what was the difference between this and a normal IMAX. And I don't know if it's something I should be looking for.
I think it's
or
the
no.
transitions.
Maybe. Like, what does
Like, 'cause,
70
bro, like,
millimeter mean?
Because
like, what
the
is
size of the size of the actual like.
I think it's the size of the
You
lens.
have to watch, dude. That's
Yeah,
why you
that-
gotta watch the video. The actual picture itself is like bigger and wider, so you see. That's why those like in the theater, like that transit. Like I always think of with the scene when they all come in. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's like obviously the. Like, bro, that transition. It's like a. I don't know what the. What
Yeah,
the
but
term
that's
is, but it's like,
that's the aspect ratio changing. Like an aspect ratio it's not like 70
No,
millimeter.
I
That's-
understand
you know.
that, but the shot itself it's able to expand so much because of the size.
Oh,
of the
because of
film.
the camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
You
I
know,
got you.
there's one thing I love about Michael B. Jordan, and it's that he's an anime fan.
Yeah, he's a big anime fan.
I feel like it like one of the scenes. It honestly was like the main fight scene where the woman let all the vampires in, and you got into those like one-on-one fights where it was, the camera work was just extra intense. It stayed for that extra second. It kind of reminded me of Creed 3 in that final fight. If you guys saw the movie,
Yeah.
where it was like the last scene where it was just like the two of them. There was no crowd, and you could feel like the punches hitting the other guy, and they made it as like exaggerated as possible to kind of show like that kind of anime fight. I thought that was something that Cooler kind of played into with that last fight scene. I thought that was cool.
There's a shot in Creed 3 that's supposed to be because Michael B. Jordan he directed it, right, man?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
directed Creed 3. Yeah.
There's like one shot of like him and I forgot who the guy. I know it's Jonathan Majors, but I don't know the character's name. Like where they punch
Diamond.
each
Yeah.
other in the face. And it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a reference to like a Dragon Ball Z fight where both the
Yeah.
characters like knock each other out, which I thought was really cool.
I think that's his favorite. That and like Naruto.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
but
watch anime, but I know also his Killmonger costume is inspired by like Vegeta or something, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the blue vest,
exactly.
yeah. I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot he played Killmonger.
Yeah, he's worked with Coogler a bunch. He was in his
Why
first
did they
movie.
kill him all?
I think Cooler likes anime just as much as he does.
Yeah.
If that's the case, unless he's just giving him free reign to do whatever he wants with his character. But I
Nah,
think
they're
that
both-
70 millimeter camera kind of helps with like that, like intensifying like the actual scene and like the close ups.
Yeah.
That might be part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple more things I want to talk about though before we move on, because we're getting to the end of this combo here, I think. I really liked how they used like traditional sort of classic vampire mythos, like the garlic, not letting them in unless they're invited in. Like that's, I feel like most films, like if you want to be a serious horror movie, you would be like, oh, that's too goofy, like that's too unserious, we wouldn't actually use that. And they just don't care, they used it here. And it works. Like, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but it's like a traditional kind of vampire thing.
I thought it was awesome. I loved it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I like forgot.
But like the concept of it is stupid if you think about it. Like, it's kind of like, you know. But I enjoyed that they used it. Like all.
Nosferatu did the next questions.
Yeah. He walked right in. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else was there? The garlic, the stake through the heart. They burn in the sunlight.
The wood, silver bullets.
Yeah. Apparently, the reason why the Remick like paid with gold is because they can't hold silver or something, so they only use gold.
Oh yeah,
that's like another thing.
That's actually cool too.
Yeah, just little details like that. I like how they just cared about the vampire mythos and like being someone. I know both of us. I don't know how like into horror you are, Dito, but me and Joe.
I'm a pretty big fan, I would say.
Yeah, it's like my favorite genres, and like I'm kind of like a horror nerd. So like little stuff like that, I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, stupid shit like that. Yeah, I had like a couple other things. I don't know if you guys want to take over.
Just like playing off of that, how you said like it was an interesting way to make a horror movie. Did you think that kind of played as like a safety net, like the scenes where they couldn't get in because they weren't let in, and stuff like that? Do you think it kind of took away from the horror fact?
I mean, in terms of it being scary.
Yeah, that's pretty what I'm asking.
I feel like a little bit. It did take away from it.
Like a lot of the scenes, those scenes are played for comedic.
Yeah, like and it's also like you know they're safe because they can't walk in unless so there's not really that like tension. That's true. But yeah, you're right though. It is played for comedy. I think a lot of it, like when there's the conversation between Cornbread and I forget Delroy Lindo's character.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny when they're kind of going back and forth. Yeah. Also, Michael B. Jordan's character after whichever one I keep forgetting. I think it's Stack gets bit, and he's trying to come out of the room, and they like won't. I don't know if they won't open the door. Can he like not come out because he wasn't invited out?
No, I think he was just fucking with them because he just knocks the door down.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, he does not.
I think he was just trying to act like it wasn't.
Also, man, I don't know if you noticed. After I watched this, I noticed that shot of like him on the other side of the door looking down is like a reference to The Shining.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either, but someone pointed that out too. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, in terms of like how the movie kind of gets to that climax, I feel like it was kind of, I don't want to say like sloppy. Like, how did the vampires not realize the sun was about to come up? Then they all just die. Like, it felt kind of like, all right, this is how, like, we have to kill all the vampires somehow. But like, wouldn't they be aware of that?
I think it's more like a hive mind situation where he controls all them.
And I think he kind of just got bloodlust when it came to it because that was his only mission to get the kid. So
yeah, because I think at that point he's like, if I get the kid to play the guitar, he can go back.
Didn't they say like hive mind in the movie or something like that?
Yeah, because remember he knows how to speak Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
So he control. That's like I don't think that's really a vampire trope, but I thought that was really cool. I like how he's able to control. All the other people.
What did you think of the last fight scene between Smoke and Stack? I thought that was so extra. I thought that because I understand why they were delaying the fight so much. So like it seemed like it was lining up with like the pond scene, but that scene lasted forever.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was a little ridiculous.
It was a bit long, and like I kind of. What did you think about how they didn't show what happened? I guess we like assumed that he died.
Yeah.
That he actually survived. I mean, I thought that was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, leave it up for the audience interpretation.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because you asked about the post-credit scene or the mid-credit scene, that is, like, I didn't see Haley Steinfeld in that crowd either. So I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like the Haley Steinfeld thing was a little goofy when it showed, like, it was basically showing the flashback of how they survived, and she just, like, runs off out of nowhere. But, yeah, pretty cool. I think that's really it for me. I don't really. That was like all my notes I had. I don't know if
the last
you guys
thing
want
to say anything. Was I really appreciated the historical accuracy of the movie, because like during that time period, like there was a lot of like Chinese and also Irish immigrants in the South at that period of time, and it's supposed to be like I feel like it would have been really easy for Coogler to just be like, oh, like the vampires are just like a bunch of racist people or whatever, but like there's actually a lot of thought that goes into like because the Irish were discriminated against in the South, as along with like people of African American descent and Asian people as well. But I thought it was cool that he probably was just like a guy that came there, got discriminated against, and then became a vampire. Not like justifying the character, but more seeing that he came not necessarily like just an evil person, like just came from I don't know, like a shitty situation.
Yeah, I saw people like sort of comparing like the Irish and the African American kind of how they have similarities in coming to America and facing discrimination. I don't know too much about it. So
I mean, it was not remotely like it's obviously was much worse for African Americans.
Yeah, but
you know, they did still face discrimination.
Because I feel like I hear that sometimes, but yeah, I don't really know like the exact history. How like Irish people were also kind of badly discriminated against.
Yeah, Irish, Italian, basically any race that's come here has got discriminated against at some point. But anyway, I don't know if you want to get to your movie ratings.
Yeah, Joe, you could go first. You could rate it.
So I gave it a 9 out of 10, 4.5 out of 5. I think it's the best movie, or it's close between Warfare. I like this a little bit better, but I think it's the best movie of the year. Everyone's on their A game. Like Coogler is now up there as like one of the best filmmakers around right now, I think. And I'm very excited to see what he does in the future. I honestly want him like away from franchises. I want him to just do his own. I know next he's probably gonna do Black Panther 3, but like after that, I just want him to do like whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, we gotta watch Fruitvale Station. That's like
that's the only one I haven't seen by him. Yeah,
I haven't seen that. Yeah, but all right, I guess I could give my rating. I give it a 4.5 star. Just like you, Joe. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I feel like we always have the same ratings, man.
Yeah, we
do.
Lately we've been like, I feel like in the beginning we didn't, but like then I don't know.
Started copying me type.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I mean, it just Coogler continues to prove how talented he is. I really like how this is an original idea, a big horror movie, and I'm loving seeing like critics really love a horror movie because it's so rare for that to happen. I think that there's great performances, like you mentioned, just the technical aspects of it, the detail, the attention to detail in the vampire lore, stuff like that, the transitions like you talked about, and the music. The music is really a big thing. I feel like if this has any chance to win an Oscar, it's probably best score is probably the lock, I would say.
But yeah, there's a shot at Best Picture.
I feel like it will probably get nominated because there's gonna be 10 nominees.
And like, what else could it
a lot?
Yeah, 10 is a lot.
Yeah, 10's a lot.
That's why you get like what was one last year? That's why you get like Amelia Perez nominated.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, Dito, you want to give your rating?
I said my piece at the beginning. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5. Strictly because, well, before I go into that, what was the budget type like given to Coogler for this movie? Was he like Keys to the Castle, or was it kind of limited?
It was pretty big budget. I think it was 90 million or something like that.
Okay, so not like
that's a pretty decent. That's pretty.
I'll just look. Yeah, it says 90 million.
That's like I would say it's like mid.
I would say that's
it's like like upper middle
class.
Upper middle class. Yeah.
That helps my case then, because I really just think like the star power was there, the music factor was there for me, and I do like that kind of vampire depiction compared to like a movie like Nosferatu where it's kind of more just like body gore and stuff like that. But I just think that they could have executed some of the scenes in a better way. It kind of felt like a little cheap to me. I don't know if that's accurate, but I just there were some scenes, mainly like the one-on-one, like one-on-one, like the beginning scene where it was like the exchange of money for the place. Like they didn't really show it off that much. I really didn't understand what the deal was until like they started inviting people and like explaining the story. And there were just like I can't really think of them offhand, but there were a couple of instances where I was like they probably could have executed a little bit. Like I was complaining about like that last fight scene between Smoke and Stack.
Yeah,
there was a couple things that could have been better, but I do understand why you both like the movie so much. It was a great movie, but I can't put it up there with like
No,
my top.
yeah. No, listen, man, everyone's got their own opinion. You're allowed to have a different opinion.
No,
Thanks,
you're
dude.
wrong. No, you can't. No. Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, it was
You guys are the movie guys. I trust you guys.
so. All right, yeah, that's Sinners. Definitely go check that out, guys. Help out the budget of that movie, or not the budget, the box office. I know it's doing really well already, but
Yeah,
I think
like the.
yeah. Go ahead. You're about to say the same thing. I'm thinking.
I think it had like the lowest box office drop like ever recorded for a second weekend, which is actually insane. It dropped like it was originally predicted like 10%, which that actually would have been like
That's still a lot,
that's
right?
yeah that's like usually movies drop like probably if you have like a 50% drop like that's like good.
Yeah.
Like
so
it dropped 26%. That's like unheard of.
No, 6.
Wow.
6.
Wait, 6?
It dropped 6%, at least domestic. Yeah, double check
probably
me
26 international.
I'm pretty
That's
sure.
wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, so like it only made 6% less money in the second weekend after it already came out. Let me
I think
look
it's
that
just
up.
positive word of mouth is really like I got a lot of our friends to go see this movie. I feel like
You're doing God's work,
yeah,
bro.
I'm doing.
There were a lot of us there. There were like 10 of us there.
It was a good movie, man. I mean, between that and
I didn't go with them. I went with just Dara, and then we all went the next day.
Did you see? This is like now. Did you see? Did
Sorry.
you see Warfare with them too or no?
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday last week I saw 2 movies.
Yeah.
What do you think of
back-to-back.
Warfare? Do you care about like that gore? and
Are we
stuff?
going into that right now?
No, we talked about it last
yeah,
episode. Like,
yeah,
that
we-
was,
okay.
but I'm just curious what you think.
Yeah.
It was such a sick movie. Same thing with like the unique aspect of it. Like I just love a movie that tells one story, no other location. Like I love the one setting. The actors just made it so intense. The screaming, the body gore,
Yeah.
just the general like role playing that some of these guys made. Some of the characters falling off. Like was it Will Poulter? Like how he was top dog and then he just ended up being like the baby at the end who needed like help. Granted, he took a grenade to the face or an IED to the face, but like he did such a good job selling like how hard that situation was for those guys. And like I have family that was in the army, and they explained me some of those stories, and like you can't really understand it watching. Like obviously, Saving Private Ryan's as realistic as like a movie you could probably get, but this movie just kind of blew like that like believable aspect out of the water. Like it was legit. It was like you said it to me, Goose. Like at the beginning. Like when you saw it, you were literally just like leaning forward, like in your gamer chair.
It was like it's just like honestly, the biggest thing to me was like the Joseph Quinn and that other guy, like the way Quinn
He's an
especially
amazing
just
actor.
like fucking like his ability to just like I don't know you felt like the fucking painful scream. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like I mean, not to get like morbid, but like I work in an ER, so like I can when you hear people scream in pain, you can tell.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a scream I'd hear in the fucking hospital. Like it was such a good performance. But
Yeah, that was
yeah.
I think that was the best movie this year. That's probably unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
But
I'd get behind that.
It's 2 for me, but I completely understand why. Like you know, it's really doing. A lot of people like it.
yeah. But all right. You want to move on to movie news segment, classic. Joe, I don't know if you're in the Discord, Dito. I don't think you are, but
No, I don't think so. I could join that when I get off though. I'll do that.
Yeah, honestly,
We're joining right now, actually.
yeah, honestly, join right now just so you could.
you can see.
You want to invite me, Joe? You want to send it on your phone or something?
Let me see. Oh wait, John, what's your Discord?
No, you could share him the link. Hold on.
Yeah, just text it to me.
Oh, all right, bet.
I don't know.
These guys are Frank though.
I don't know if Joe's gonna be able to figure out how to.
No, I'll email it to you, Dito. Hold on.
That's fine.
Hey, fuck you, man. I could do it.
He's a grown man. He could do it.
Nah, usually I'm like prehistoric with technology, but this one I think I can figure
You know how to invite people to a Discord, Joe?
Well, no, I'm gonna send them the link through Gmail.
You know how to get the link though? That's my question.
Yeah. There's like an ad tab on the news.
No, how about
You
this?
just do.
Can you guys see that chat I just sent?
What?
I sent a chat like in Riverside. I've never done that.
Oh, let me see.
Dude, this.
Oh.
Go to like click chat on the right. You see it says
Oh, I
studio
see
chat
it.
or no?
Oh, you sent it already. Never mind. Yeah, I see it. Well, why don't you just?
You should be able to
could've told me
join.
about that. Why
Yeah,
am I-
this should I play some of the noises, Joe?
could show off your little soundboard you have.
You got a soundboard now?
Yeah.
Oh, you showed that last
No,
episode.
yeah, it's through this application, Rivers. Yeah, for I guess just behind the scenes podcasting here. If anyone cares, we use this program called Riverside. That when we started doing like the face cam stuff, and they have a bunch of kind of cool, like we could do our branding, we put the logo, like our names, but they have like a soundboard option. So like it could play like, hold on. Like I'll save that for when Joe says something good, or you could hit one of these.
Oh, you guys used the Oscars episode.
Yeah, we used it in the
Yeah.
Did the bro noise just come through or no?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
That was funny.
Wait,
Alright,
can you
how
upload
about
it? Can you
What?
hit like? Can you get like a chicken jockey button?
You can. You can upload media to it. So
Oh, bro.
Did you invite me to the Discord?
it's in
Look
the
in the-
chat. See like
Look in
studio
the
chat.
and
Oh, in this chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was so confused.
No, you're good.
there's not much news. I feel like for this week.
Yeah, there's not much, which is fine.
There's like Star Wars Celebration
Got it.
happening.
Let's go. All right, so go to news and then scroll up until like you see episode 71, and then like an arrow down, and we'll start up there.
Yeah.
Just so you can like see what we're looking at. You know, it'll just make it a little bit easier for you.
In general?
No, it's in. There's a tab called
tab.
news.
It says news.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Sorry. I got it.
There you
All right, cool.
So, yeah, Joe, this first thing it says
Yeah,
this is where the story really starts.
go. Yeah. So
What does that mean, Joe? Go ahead.
So we got our first look at this movie called Weapons. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. It's by the director of Barbarian, which a lot of people really liked. Essentially, the plot of this movie is like a full classroom of kids, like just get up in the middle of the night one day and just like run into the woods, and like all the parents are just like, which honestly it sounds really fucking interesting. Like and it's Josh Brolin, and what's her name,
Julia Garner.
Julia Garner, who's gonna be playing Silver Surfer. I don't know. It looks really. I mean, I haven't seen Barbarian. I know a lot of people really like it. The concept is really cool, and I like that they have a lot of there's like shots of the kids running on the security cams, which is just like so eerie for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's very creepy. The trailer
yeah.
was really creepy, and even like leading up to the trailer, they did a couple like viral marketing things where they would show like sort of a 3-second clip of it would look like a Ring camera or something, and just show a kid just like running in the middle of the street in the middle of the night. It's really creepy. But yeah, it's such a cool concept. Like it's a really cool horror concept of just what if like all of these kids happen to like disappear on the same night for like, and then like why, like figuring out why.
It's not even that they got taken. They got like they run away voluntarily.
Yeah, so I have no idea what's gonna be like.
That's what intrigued. Like I literally have no like. I feel like it has to be something super like a. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll
Have
see.
you heard about this movie Detail at all, or not really?
I haven't, no. I think I saw this tweet, or it might have been on whatever that big movie account is on Twitter. I remember seeing the title, but I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming exactly what you guys just said. It sounds pretty intense.
Pedro Pascal was originally going to play the lead, but dropped out because of.
Because he's in everything else.
Yeah, there's before. You know what I mean, like. Bro, did you see? This is off topic, but did you see like he's going to be between the next year? He's in like 7 or 8 movies coming out.
Nuts.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Like-
he's no longer in The Last of Us, so spoiler. But you guys watch that or no?
No.
Nah, I know. I'm like, I know enough about the show. I know.
Walking Dead bit off the last zombie show I could chew.
I love The Walking
I
Dead.
couldn't even finish that show.
Yeah, I never finished it either, but like the beginning seasons are actually like peak TV.
1 to 4 are top tier TV for sure.
Yeah.
I never really got into it. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
It comes out in July, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't know, sometime this year. Looks cool.
Next bit of news. Kevin Feige confirmed that Avengers Doomsday has officially begun filming. Well, it was yesterday he said this, so today it's begun filming. Which honestly I don't like that this movie's like literally a year away from release and they're just starting production right now. It's kind of... But I mean, this is typical Marvel. This is like what they do. I just don't. I hate the idea that they're cramming all this like, because like a year from now we're gonna be a week away from release.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just starting production right now, and it's not like it's a small little. This is supposed to be like a fucking cataclysmic Avengers movie, and it's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. I've been down. I know, Matt, you like the Russo brothers a lot for
Sorry,
their Marvel stuff.
I just hit a crazy sneeze there. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
I know you like the Russos for a lot of the Marvel stuff, which they are good at. But everything else that I watch them in, I lose confidence in their like ability to make movies. And this is,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Did you watch The Electric State or no?
I started it and I just like I couldn't get through it, man.
I had enough, man. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's
I watched
like
The Gray Man.
you hear about they, like even Spider-Man: No Way Home or the other Avengers movies, they're cramming this and that, and they still turn out great. So like, I feel like it'll be fine, honestly. I mean, how long are they gonna shoot? Like 3 months, and then half the movie is gonna all be fucking CGI anyway. So
but
like,
that's also like, bro, a year. Think of all the CGI shots they're gonna do. They're a year out from now.
yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
like-
know. I mean, you would like to have
They
more
got to
time.
spend a lot of money to do this within a year.
Oh yeah, the budget's probably. I'm gonna estimate probably like
150.
no,
No, way
Too
more,
high?
way
double, maybe
more.
triple
Double?
that. Yeah,
Dude, I think it's gonna
Probably
be
like
like
400.
500. I think it's gonna be like
Once
500.
500 million probably.
I think Downey is getting like 100, or he's getting like 80 million.
I saw
just
that
just him.
he's getting like 100 mil to do both the movies.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I
Man.
mean, like props to him. I mean, he got well. Now he has the Oscar, so it's like no, he didn't get the Oscar. No, he did.
Yeah, didn't
No.
he get supporting actor from Oppenheimer?
Yeah, he
Well,
won
not
the
for that
Oscar.
one. Oh,
No,
he
no,
won.
yeah, he won the Oscar first, and then they announced Doom after. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got like a huge. Even if it wasn't a big pay grade before then, now
I don't know if you also saw they put out a picture of like a chair that said Victor Von Doom.
I did see that.
So that confirms that it's not like a Tony Stark variant that's called Doctor Doom. It's actually like Victor Von Doom.
Von Doom, which
So-
kind of gets me. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know how-
But is it still a variant? Because it's him.
we don't know.
Yeah.
They said it's going to be connected to Tony Stark somehow, which I don't like. I'd rather them just fucking make him.
Like he's like Tony Stark's just born into a different life, just something like
It's
that.
most likely it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, because they have to explain why they look identical. Like, there's no way they're just
Yeah.
not gonna address that.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Especially 'cause,
like, I read-
yeah, half the
I'm
characters like know him. So
I'm excited to see what these characters like reactions are going to be in the movie. That's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm like, it's cool that the X-Men are gonna be in it and shit. And
Yeah.
I hope they wear like, because I'm a big X-Men fan.
Mhm.
But I kind of want I'm ready for the new X-Men. Like, I don't want to. Like, we've been with this X-Men team for like 30 years. Come on.
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, let's. How
Feige
literally
has a soft spot for them though, because that's
I
kind
know,
of where
I
he
get
started.
it, but like
He
Feige's
started
gotta
with them.
fucking stop being a little bitch and like think about in Deadpool versus Wolverine, they literally had a montage like saying goodbye to the X-Men. Like, this is it, the last that everyone's going. You know, we're gonna start.
Dude,
new
but
now.
did you
And now
not
they're all-
think they were gonna come back for Secret Wars and stuff? That's kind of
Honestly, no, I didn't think like Ian McKellen, like fucking. Who
you're
else
not,
is coming
bro.
back?
That's the thing. Is like this is the multiverse saga. Like they have to have a multiversal
I get
story.
it.
They
Well,
got that's the
bro,
whole
just
point.
honestly, what if they were like, we're gonna have X-Men in it, but it's gonna be a one-time group, and they cast just all like A-listers in it? I think that would be fucking sick. I'd rather that than like the old team.
Yeah, that
Would
be
you?
cool. I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I love this. I love the actors who play them, but it's like we've seen them so many times, dude. Ian
You think it's
McKellen-
hard to recreate with different actors or easy?
I'm not saying it's easy. I just want different like interpretations of the characters.
I don't want you to be disappointed. That's why I'm asking.
What I'm saying, I'd rather be disappointed in them try something new than do this thing again. That's like
That's-
where I'm at with this.
Okay.
So
know?
you mean sort of like how Henry Cavill played Wolverine just for like that one scene?
That was cool.
Like
No, but like obviously, like they're gonna have a role in the movie.
but basically
besides,
just like a one-off thing. Like they're not gonna come back.
Like because like honestly, they're gonna get murked at the end of this anyway. We all know that.
yeah.
Well, honestly, you kind of compare it to Fantastic Four. It's like they're just trying it again with new people.
Yeah, like think about it in Doctor Strange. Like they had Mr. Fantastic was John Krasinski. It was just like a one-time thing, and it was cool. Like,
Yeah,
I thought that was
that
fun.
was cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I agree with you now.
So yeah, like exactly. Imagine they got like, I don't know. They got like fucking.
The Rock.
Sure, The Rock played fucking. Well, apparently there's a rumor The Rock. They want The Rock to play Apocalypse, but I don't know. They got The Rock to play fucking Juggernaut for like one movie. Like that would be cool. Like that'd be
That
awesome.
would be kind of funny.
That would be sick.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like, just I don't know, but it's about nostalgia, man. It's all about nostalgia. If you look at Marvel's most successful movies over the past like 5 or so years,
It's
you have
nostalgia
Deadpool
stuff.
and Wolverine, you have Spider-Man: No Way Home, Doctor Strange 2.
Strange.
All of them have in common is like cameo fest.
Not
like
really
little,
Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, the John Krasinski shit. You were just talking about it. I mean, well, actually, that is kind of yeah. But also, they brought Professor X back. You know.
Yeah, and he died in that scene too. Just to this is gonna be.
That was an awesome scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I did
I
love
need to
that.
rewatch it. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that movie
Sam
gets
Raimi's
unnecessary hate.
I don't know why. I actually like love it.
Madness.
Well, I'm a big Raimi boy, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, we're getting off topic here, but
Yeah, no, just-
yeah, it started filming. That's pretty much what you need to know. This next
Cool.
thing, just want to mention it really quick. Apparently, there's a TV show based on the Holdovers that's coming. I don't really
Yeah.
know what that means. Did you read the article, Joe?
It didn't really say anything about the plot. It's just like people involved in the background and whatnot. So I have no idea. I mean, like they could just pick up when the school starts again. But what's his name is
Giamatti's
Oh.
gone.
Giamatti's character's gone. So it's like the only thing
I get-
I thought. The only thing I thought would be interesting is like, what if they made something about like him like going on and like traveling the world and stuff.
That'd be cool.
I'd be interested in that. Yeah.
I don't know if you have any thoughts on this detail. I'm not sure if you've seen the
You've seen
Holdovers.
I never saw the Holdovers.
Honestly, you would really like it because it's.
I put it off and I just never saw it. My mom and my brother watched it together. I
you
missed
like
out.
it. Your brother
Yeah,
probably
they
likes it,
love it.
definitely.
That's
Yeah, they
honestly
love-
that's like a great movie to watch with your mom. It's like a family.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Nah,
like
yeah,
a
it
family.
is. It's like a family.
Yeah,
Well, what's the leading actress's name? She won the Oscar for that, right?
yeah,
Oh,
Divine
yeah,
Joy Randolph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She hasn't really been in anything since, but
Yeah,
I'll check that out. That's on my list.
Yeah, and it's like it's an all boys like preparatory school, so it's like
Yeah.
kind of foul vibe. You would like it, like Good Will Hunting, that type of stuff.
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
and then speaking of Dominic Sessa, the
Yeah.
next bit of news. I mean, we kind of knew about this already, but it's confirmed now. He's going to be playing Anthony Bourdain in a new biopic titled Tony, coming from A24. This is really cool. I know that I've seen pictures of them,
Yeah.
like a young Bourdain and Sessa side by side. They look very similar, and I love Dominic Sessa in The Holdovers, so I'm happy that he's getting work. I don't really know too much about Anthony Bourdain. I don't know if you guys. I know Joe, you do.
I'm a
but-
pretty actually I had a
The
break.
chef, right?
I'm a huge Anthony Bourdain fan, so I'm very excited. He's a chef. He does.
Did they have a TV show?
Yeah. He had 2 TV shows. No Reservations.
Not all, like all those cookbooks.
Yeah, he just basically his whole thing is he just travels and eats talks to cooks from around the world and that type of thing.
That's your dream, Joe, probably.
I know, literally.
Yeah.
That's why I
It
fucking love him because he lived my dream. But and also, Matt, I don't know if you saw, but in the article they said they cast what's
Banderas,
his
right?
name? Yeah, Antonio Banderas as I think it's supposed to be like the chef that like trained him or something. Yeah,
cool. I like him.
I don't think this is gonna follow much of him traveling the world. It seems like more of in the beginning of his career. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, I'm really interested in it. I love everyone involved. But yeah, I love Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, I gotta get more into him because it seems kind of like just
Yeah, he's
traveling the
fucking awesome.
world.
He just like
eating.
travels. He gets like a fucking like this book. Every chapter he goes to like a different city and just like meets with like chefs there and like goes out and drinks and stuff. It's like awesome.
I gotta watch his Greece. His Greece.
Oh yeah, his
trips.
Greece. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Joe told me you're going to Greece.
I am going to Greece, yeah, in July.
I like.
He said you were going, right?
Yeah, I booked a flight like 2 days ago to go
No way.
to go at the end of this month.
Well, that's crazy. What
Yeah.
do you? I'm assuming it's Memorial Day weekend, right? And
It's
where you
like-
going? What cities?
I'm going to Athens and then Paros and Naxos and then back to Athens. It's like a quick trip. It's a long story. I don't feel like getting into right now.
No,
but,
that's all good.
yeah.
Talk off.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that you're going to. Have you been there before or no?
No, never. I went to Ireland and London in October, and one of my cousins is more of a beach person, so she wanted to do something else. Me and my cousin Mike, we were like the ones that wanted to go to Ireland, drink Guinness from there and stuff. So we made amends with her, and she's taking us to Greece. We're going to Mykonos, Paros, Naxos, and then flying to Athens, and then we're flying home.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, because I know Joe. You obviously know Joe loves to travel a lot. So
I haven't been there
We're
actually.
starting to bond over it, dude. I'm catching up to him.
Yeah. You honestly say, Dito, out of all our friends, you are the most well traveled. I feel.
I try, man. I love going. I'm trying to go to like every football stadium too. Like going to Minnesota was cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went. Yeah, you went to
Yeah.
Minnesota.
that's cool. Yeah, I definitely want to do the U.S. too, because this is gonna be my first time in Europe, second time ever leaving the country. But I definitely want to like do the U.S. more too.
I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions when you get back.
Yeah. But all right, enough about my personal life.
Yeah. You want me to talk about this one?
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
So-
Go ahead, Joe. Yeah.
So this is more of just a interesting note going on. So they announced a new Star Wars movie, Star Wars Starfighter, with Ryan Gosling as the lead. And actually, is it confirmed he's the lead or he's just in it?
No, he's the lead. They brought
He's
him
the
out on
lead?
stage and shit. Apparently, the plot is he's like the uncle of a kid, and it's about them two sort of going on an adventure. So there's gonna be like a kid cast.
Okay.
So
But anyway, so a lot of like major, I don't know about major, but pretty prominent Hollywood people all like turning down roles in the movie. The biggest one probably Mickey Madison off of the Oscar win turned down the villain role. Jesse Plemons turned down a villain role. Jodie Comer, another one, turned down a villain role. Greta Lee, who I love, she was supposed to play like a canteen owner or something. And then Sarah Snook was supposed to play like the main character's mother or something. But from what I've read online, it's not so much the script itself for a lot of the actors. It's more like just the weight of working in Star Wars and what that carries with it. Because like the fandom is kind of insane. Like
Yeah.
to some of the like I don't know if those know like with Daisy Ridley who played Rey. Like obviously like you cannot like the character and whatnot. That's fine. But like people like sending like her hate messages and shit. Like I remember she had an interview and she said like it was so bad that she would get like stomach ulcers from like the stress of like what.
That's wild.
Yeah, like Star Wars fans are fucking insane, and it kind of sucks because like there's a lot of talented actresses and actors that I'm sure would love to be in a movie, but just having to deal with some of the fandom kind of like makes them not want to be involved in it, which sucks.
yeah, it sucks because like the Star Wars fans are just they're ruining it for themselves. I mean, I'm a Star
Yeah.
Wars fan. I obviously
Yeah.
wouldn't group myself in any of the hateful Star Wars
Yeah.
communities, but like think about someone like Hayden Christensen, insanely hated when Revenge of the Sith first came out, and
Oh,
now
yeah, I forgot about
now
that,
he's
yeah.
like very beloved. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
So it's like what are we doing with this, man? Like, and
There's a lot of mood swings.
yeah, and he got like blacklisted from Hollywood after those movies because
Yeah.
they were when they came out. They weren't. I mean, I don't think they're that great in general.
Yeah, neither do I.
Revenge of the Sith I think is good, but the first two, not great at all. But yeah, he wasn't really in anything after that. It's
Yeah.
and who's the most recent one? The Obi-Wan Kenobi show. That like black actress she was getting like terrorized just for being black.
No,
basically.
the woman from fuck, what is it? Acolyte.
Which one? The lead? That girl?
Yeah, the lead. Yeah.
I think like what was like his best movie after all those? Was it like Jumper?
I don't even,
is
bro. I
this
can't
that
even
movie?
tell you a movie he was in besides Star
Jumper
Wars.
is like the only one I could think of.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was like right after that. Like they wanted to like he was gonna try to like be ahead of another franchise basically.
Yeah, and then the movie like got canned. The second one got canned. I think. I don't even think there is a second one.
Is he acting now? Like I know he's in the Star Wars stuff, but like does he-
Obi-Wan, I guess.
He's gonna
Does
be
he
back
do-
for Ahsoka season
He'll be in
2.
Ahsoka, yeah.
But yeah, he's just
Well-
like, as far as I mean, he probably made enough Star Wars money to be chilling. But like,
Oh yeah, with the residual
Right.
and shit, I'm sure he's fucking chilling. But-
I am one of those Star Wars fans that's kind of upset when they try to recreate some stuff. Like when that new trilogy came out with Rey, I really wasn't caught in it until the last one. I thought the last one with Palpatine coming back, I thought that was just like chef's kiss. I thought they did a good job with it.
that's
Really?
unpopular, honestly.
Yeah.
I know. I watched it again like a couple times. It took a couple watches for all three of them, but I just love the effects of Star Wars. It just gets me every time.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
sequel trilogy is a little bit overhated. I kind of like it. I like Rey. I like Kylo Ren. I think having three different directors, or no, not three different, but they did J.J. Abrams, changed it, and then went back to J.J. Abrams. It does kind of like leave a little bit of a disconnect between the movies, and especially like the story. But I think overall they're not bad movies. Like they have memorable characters, you know.
I'll never be mad at them for trying to recreate it because that's just what I'm here for. I want Star Wars until I'm dying, but the execution needs to be there.
When's the last time a Star Wars movie came out in theaters?
2019.
Rogue One. Maybe.
It's crazy, bro. It's been like 6
Is that
years
right?
no Star Wars movie. Oh, actually,
was Rogue One the no? It was the third.
it
It was Rise
9.
of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
It's a good question because I separate the old with the new, and Rogue One I think is the best of the new era, for sure.
I definitely agree with that.
Just that whole, just the information that they just show you on why they knew or how the Rebel Alliance got the plans to the Death Star. That was just like the biggest piece of information the world was missing. But it's got to be none of them with Jar Jar Binks. I fucking hate Jar Jar Binks.
Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah,
you see
dude.
him in a Fortnite? Darth Jar Jar.
My buddy lives for that conspiracy, and I'm not here for it.
Apparently, it's like there's actual. Wasn't it like a? I don't know if it's actually true or not.
There's
George
there's
Lucas
evidence
actually had plans.
that it was planned because, well, basically George Lucas always said like, oh, the Star Wars movies rhyme, like the story rhymes. Jar Jar was supposed to be like the evil version of Yoda, basically, apparently. But after, because like when you first meet Yoda in I think episode 5.
No. Oh well, you mean like okay.
When you first meet Yoda, he's kind of like this bumbling, like little green guy who's like goofy. You don't take him serious, and then he's actually like a Jedi master. Apparently, Jar Jar was supposed to be similar, where you don't take him serious, and he kind of looks like he's an idiot, and then he ends up being like this insane Sith Lord. But after like how bad of a reception it got, they like scrapped it. That's just a theory, but I don't know.
I just like the theory because every single scene he was in, he was compromising everything that was happening. And that's why it was just such a captivating movie to watch because you were just like, how's he going to fuck this up again?
Yeah.
But my favorite one is Empire Strikes Back for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the best one. And honestly, I think all 3 of the original trilogy are better than like every single prequel. Like
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what do you mean? Out of all the any of the other Star Wars
like 4,
movies?
5, and 6 are better than every other Star Wars movie.
What's 4? Because it's Empire Strikes Back.
I hold Rogue One very high.
4 is a New Hope. 4 is a New Hope.
4 is a New Hope. 5 is Empire Strikes Back, and then 6 is
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi.
Revenge of the Sith, it's good, but I don't think it's as good as those originals, man. A lot of my friends really love that movie. Like, I feel like a lot of people that aren't really into movies, not to sound pretentious, even though I'm being pretentious right now, I guess. Like, a lot of people who just are not into film and just like Star Wars really like Revenge of the Sith, but it's just like it's not the best
I
made
don't
movie.
like. I'll die on that hill. I'm not a big fan of the prequels.
Bro, that's not like a hot take at all. That's like normal.
Like, dude, you could say Rogue One is one of the better Star Wars movies, but then you could say Solo is easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's like up to the Green Lantern, dude. It's really bad.
Solo.
Don't watch it. It's terrible.
Really, it's like forgettable. I don't even remember anything from it. I just remember
that
Darth Maul shows up at the end.
Darth Maul in it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the main, like not the main. What's the word?
Someone was like pulling the strings.
Oh, like he's like a shadow character.
Well, that's always what he was. He was always just like that Sith Jedi. That was just.
I just feel like it's really hard to like have Han Solo not played by Harrison Ford.
Wasn't that was also what's his name?
What?
We were just talking about him. He's in the new. What the hell is wrong with me? The new Fantastic Four. What's the guy's name?
No, that's not him. It was
He's in it though, isn't he?
He might he's in a Marvel thing. It's like Alden
What the hell's his name?
something with an A.
Oh, he's gonna be an Ironheart apparently.
Yeah. What the fuck's his name though?
We were just talking about him.
It's like it's a weird. It's also an A. It's like 8.
We didn't mention him. We never mentioned him.
He was in
Alden
Cocaine Bear.
Alden Ehrenreich. That's his name.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
He was in Oppenheimer. I forgot. Yeah.
This is completely random, but the Cavs are up by 50 right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're up 90.
They are. I got an alert saying they're going crazy.
Now it's 93 to 48.
Just wait till they face the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, bro.
Hopefully they make it.
Just wait.
But anyway, all right, let's get to the...
Love Star Wars though. Love Star Wars.
Is that it for the movie? Oh, no.
Nah, there's 2 trailers quickly we could talk about.
Next 2 trailers, well, 2 movie news. We got our first trailer to Predator Badlands. Looks pretty cool. Biggest takeaway was a lot of people noticed Ella Fanning's character is playing some type of android, and it's the same android from the Alien Romulus. Like this, what is it? Whatever that company is called.
Yes.
So that basically confirms that they are whatever, they exist in the same world. I'm assuming. It looks like it takes place in space, and it's gonna be like an issue between the predators, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it looks more like an intern. Like it doesn't look like there's gonna be any humans in it, honestly.
There's gonna be a predator as the protagonist, which is a new thing. So that's pretty cool. What did you think of his design? I thought it was kind of ugly.
It was fine. I thought it was like looks normal predator.
At first glance, it looks pretty cool.
I do prefer the more like black, like 2000s looking predators, like with the metal and stuff. But this looks fine. I like that they make them more like humanoid in these, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like they like fire guns and like swing around. You know what I mean? Not that they didn't do that in the other stuff, but.
Hold on.
Yeah, it looks cool. Comes out in October, I think. Bless you.
Sorry, my allergies are really violating me. I don't know if you guys are listening have seasonal allergies like me, but it's bad. It's bad right now.
It's bad out here.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It looks cool. It looks fun, and I know who's the director again. What the fuck's his name?
I forgot. He did the first Predator though. I think.
Why am I an idiot? Why the fuck am I an idiot? Whatever his name is.
Yeah. And he's also
he
doing
said
that, like Predator animated thing.
Yeah, he said that it's gonna be really different from like other Predator movies, and he basically said, you know, if we're gonna do this again, why make it similar to those first ones? Let's like do something crazy. Fuck it. And that's like a lot of you know, that's like the same kind of thinking as like Alien to Aliens. It's like went from a horror to an action. So this, you know, I like that idea of just fuck it, let's do something different. But
and then the last trailer we got was the new Fantastic Four trailer, which I actually really liked. I think this was the best Fantastic Four trailer they released so far. The effects look like really good. You get a good look at the Silver Surfer. I'm like kind of mixed on the look. I don't know. I kind of like but I mean, I don't know. It's like a Silver Surfer, so like, what the fuck am I expecting, you know? But what else do they show off in it?
I think certain shots the Silver Surfer looks good, and then certain shots she looks really bad.
I mean, they're still like 6 months out from the movie, so it's probably not polished and everything. But I don't know. The family dynamic looks cool.
I think like compared to the first trailer, where it's very kind of upbeat and like, this is like retro futuristic, like this is a family, whatever. And
you got me.
Now this trailer had like kind of an overwhelming sense of dread in it. Yeah. Weirdly.
And hopelessness.
Like there's a scene where, because the Fantastic Four in this world are kind of like, they're basically like what the Avengers are, I guess.
There are like no other heroes in the world.
Yeah, so like the general public loves them. They look up to them. They're like, these are our heroes. There's a scene where someone asks Reed Richards, like, "Are we safe?" And he's like, "I don't know." It's just like, it's kind of like...
You could tell, like, I mean, it looks like he'll be...
When is the smartest man in the world ever going to be hopeless like that?
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like even his shots in the trailer, his dialogue is, like, very, like, somber and, like...
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I don't have enough time. I definitely think they're getting murked at the end. Not the team, but their world is 100% getting murked. There's a shot in the trailer of, like, a blue planet, like, exploded. So I was like, I wonder what that is.
Yeah. I mean, they gotta like get them over to the MCU. Well, I mean, it is MCU, but they have to get them over to the same Earth as the other Avengers somehow.
Apparently, I saw that like Doom. So the version of Doctor Doom in of the new Avengers movie is gonna come from their world.
So
People think
RDJ's
that,
Doom is gonna be like their Doom.
yeah, but like he's not gonna. He doesn't have a role in the movie at least until maybe like the very end or something. But I feel like they're gonna like whatever happens, like their world's gonna die, and like he's gonna come to the MCU and like kind of, I guess, take revenge or not revenge, but kind of sacrifice their world to get back the old one or something like that.
I mean, it depends like how the world dies. I guess if it could be because I know they have like incursions in the comics where two planets crash into each other. Maybe they'll say like because of the MCU's or because of like Earth 616 or whatever. That's the reason why the Fantastic Four is. So he might get like tight. I don't know.
It's funny you say that because there's like a scene in that trailer. I watched it right before we started. There's just this one quick clip of Reed. What's his name? Reed Richards staring at like this planetary sculpture. Where it's just like the planets hanging, and it's just Saturn and I guess Uranus or whatever. There's like two planets like isolated, and there's no other ones in it. I don't know.
Yeah,
kind of just rang a bell.
The set design looks really cool. It's very stylized, which I like. It even like even the buildings and stuff, like the whole retro future, they really nailed it. Like I like how
I love that stuff.
The MCU could feel very mundane sometimes, and this feels very like I don't want to say unique, but I guess stylized is the best word.
Yeah, definitely looks cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Very consistent throughout, like I guess all the scenes that we've seen. Then like with everything that they're wearing, just when it's day to day or just the uniforms itself, is pretty cool.
Do you think because like it's revealed she's pregnant in the movie? Do you think their kid's gonna be in Avengers?
Probably. I mean, he's probably going to be born in this movie, I would assume, because they're not going to bring like a pregnant Sue Storm into the Avengers movie. I don't think. Fight him pregnant. I don't know. Maybe.
Powerful woman.
So
it's true.
I don't know if you know. Actually, Matt, I don't even know if you know this, but you might. So Franklin Richards is their son. Like that's in the comics.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be like literally like the most powerful. Like I don't know. Is he a mutant? I don't even know.
I don't think he's a. I've heard that he's like the most powerful Marvel character
for some reason
ever.
He's just like this like god level character that like he can create like universes and stuff. So he's like a big deal. So like that's why I'm interested to see how they're gonna use him, because he's definitely gonna have a role in Secret Wars and Doomsday if he's that powerful. It like doesn't make any sense for him not to.
Like throwing that stuff in after watching Loki makes me just wonder how they're gonna execute it. With the TVA.
I forgot about with Loki too, because he's at the
yeah,
and he's confirmed to be in it too as well.
Yeah,
I heard that the movie's gonna start with the Avengers Doomsday is gonna start with like Doctor Doom going to Loki and confronting him and trying to like take over that like timeline shit, which I feel like could be a cool way to start the movie. I hope Loki doesn't just die instantly.
Yeah, that would suck. I feel like that wouldn't be. I wouldn't like that if they did that.
That seems like some like Wolverine Deadpool type thing where they're just like trashing a character because he's not in the movie and they're just like showing you that they could have happened.
The same thing with that's exactly what happens in Infinity War. The movie just starts with Loki dying instantly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
they're definitely gonna fucking do that now. I hate the Russos, bro.
Sorry.
I didn't even realize that they do it in fucking Infinity War too.
Yeah.
They're 100% gonna do that.
I mean, it's like cool in theory that Doom just like violates someone that's that powerful at the start. But I want to see Loki though. I want to see Loki.
It doesn't matter. Whatever, man.
But,
fuck.
All right.
Anyway,
let's move on. So if you guys have been following us recently, we've been doing some film trivia, guessing movies, stuff like that, just trying to like spice it up. So our next film we're gonna do is Ratatouille, and I figured in the spirit of that, I'm gonna have Joe and Dito go head to head here to try to guess the Pixar film based on the Letterboxd reviews. I don't know how familiar you are with Pixar, Dito, because I know
I grew up on it, so I probably do some good.
Yeah, I feel like.
Wow, so how do you guys want to do this? How do you guys want to do this? Because I guess maybe like I'll say one of the reviews, and I don't know.
Dito will go first, and then I'll go.
So he can say a guess, and then you say a guess.
Yeah.
And then like
and then if we both don't get it, then let Joe go, and then I'll go.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
A little snake.
Yeah. Little snake action. And the reviews are gonna get like more obvious as it goes. So
Got you.
All right. So the first review for this Pixar film says, when I was in 3rd grade, I thought it was the coolest thing that Michael Keaton was in this.
Is that what? Michael Keaton was in a Pixar movie? That's crazy. First guess. I don't know why I went to like Toy Story 2, but that can't be right.
That's your guess?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
That's not it. Joe?
Is it Toy Story 3?
No.
Oh, fuck.
2 wrong. All right. Next.
Let him read it.
Yeah. Next review says, the opening scene changed cinema forever.
These are crazy reviews for a Pixar movie.
Have I seen it?
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, you've seen it.
I was like, I don't know.
It's like a notable one. It's a notable one.
The opening scene.
The next one's gonna give it away. So who goes first next round?
I do.
So Joe, you gotta.
Fuck, man.
You gotta lock in.
I'm trying to think of like opening scenes in Pixar movies. Fuck, man, dude. I don't know. I'm like trying to I'm having a brain fog with Pixar movies now.
I'll give you a hint. It's not a sequel. That's all I'll say.
Is it WALL-E?
Not WALL-E.
Am I up?
Yep.
I am. I was gonna say like Lion King.
Nope. Lion King's not Pixar though.
Pixar.
Just letting you know.
It's not. It's Disney.
But-
That was silly.
All right. This is gonna give it away.
Okay.
This last review says, I'm not attracted to a car. I'm not attracted to a car. I'm not attracted to a car.
Cars, really?
Yep. Cars.
That's fun. Who is he? Who's he?
I forget who he. I want to look it up now. I just thought it was funny because
his mentor?
I love Michael Keaton. That's so funny.
Is that like the mentor car? Like
I
the
look.
other-
No, it's not Doc Hudson.
Oh.
He plays. Hold on.
Not attractive.
He plays Chick Hicks.
Chick Hicks. Classic Cars character.
I look. You want to look up Chick Hicks to see what he looks like. Oh, it's this, bro. It's this guy.
Most well known.
It's this dude.
Oh no way!
Really?
I
Oh,
didn't-
fuck.
I didn't know that was Michael
know
Keaton.
that.
Yeah. I just thought it was
He's
funny.
got a
Just like,
distinct voice too. Honestly, I didn't put his voice on any character like that. That's interesting.
I was thinking because I was thinking how Keanu Reeves is in Toy Story 3.
Yeah,
I thought like maybe they confused them and it was like a joke or something. I don't know.
he's in Mario too. That's so funny.
yeah.
Who's playing Mario?
John Wick's in Mario, right? Is that what it is?
Wait.
Or is it Keanu Reeves?
No, I think you're thinking of SpongeBob.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in SpongeBob.
That's what I meant.
All right. Next.
That's
So who went first?
I did.
Okay, so Joe, you go first this time.
Okay.
I have 5 movies, so it'll be like best of 5. Whoever gets 3 wins. So
Cool.
Deto's up one zip right now. So the first review says, had a great time crying alone in my apartment while watching a children's film.
Soul.
Not Soul.
I was gonna say Coco.
Nope. All right. Next review says, it makes me sick to my stomach every time I remember they decided to make another one after this.
Is it Incredibles?
Nope. Not
Finding Nemo?
Incredibles. Nope. All right, last review here. The most disturbing thing about this film by far has to be the complete lack of adult supervision in a daycare center.
Toy Story 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
Nice.
One up.
That was a good
People
one.
are funny, man.
Yeah. No, the first review where it's like crying, that could have been so many different Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I cried at Coco. That's why I said
yeah,
that.
I feel like Coco.
That movie was so good.
Up,
Yeah, Coco's really good.
Up is another one to cry at
Yeah.
for sure.
You know they announced the sequel to Coco.
Yeah.
No way. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
2027, I think. I got a little bit.
All right. So it's 1 up. Series is tied.
The details.
All right, my ball.
First review says, this movie is for mentally ill people. Me. In parentheses.
Me in parentheses. So I feel like that's something I would write. I'm gonna say Moana.
Nope.
Inside Out.
Yep. Inside Out. Damn, Joe.
You're-
The snipe.
You're a beast.
The snipe. I'll tell you guys the other 2 just to like tell you. But
Sure.
I know we've all said the dad is hot, but Would you have gotten it from that? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't have.
I don't. Nah.
I saw that movie once when it came out. I hadn't seen it since.
And then the last review said emotional terrorism. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, Joe, you're up 2-1. You have a chance to clinch the series.
I gotta get one.
Am I up first? No.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. The first review says, probably the most creative movie I've ever seen. A masterpiece.
Bro, that's like the fucking. That could be like anything. I'm going Soul again.
Nope.
I'm dying on the Soul.
I guess I'll say Up.
Not
I don't
up.
really know.
Not up. Next review says, Door City over here.
Oh, Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Wait, it wasn't your guess, Joe.
Oh, it wasn't?
Well, I was gonna say
No, I
that.
Yeah.
thought Tito went. Oh fuck! All right,
It's a
so Tito
snake,
got that.
bro.
Yeah, I was up next.
All right. My
I'm
bad.
You didn't
assuming
get
you would have
the-
got that.
Yeah, you would have got that anyway. So.
It's Door City. Yeah, that's funny.
The last one was laughter is much more powerful than fear. That would have gave it away.
Oh,
All right, we're going.
Green Lantern too.
How?
Fear.
All right, I guess. But I'll give it to you.
All right.
All right,
That's
we're going
tied,
to we're
2-2.
going to game 5. This
We're
is
going
for
game 5.
everything.
People dream about this.
People dream about the cool, epic, awesome game 5 Pixar trivia. Whoever wins goes to Disneyland. All right.
Sick.
Agreed.
Show me what you got, Goose.
So Joe, you're up first.
Yeah.
Okay. Scientifically, this movie actually wouldn't work, in quotes, and then it says Neil deGrasse Tyson probably.
In what? In what?
Oh.
Scientifically, this movie actually wouldn't work. That's like they're saying that's a quote from Neil
Yeah.
deGrasse Tyson probably.
A good dinosaur?
Nope.
Soul?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, Joe, don't blurt out the answer this time.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll show my mouth.
I'm up, pal.
The first 10 minutes are great for introducing children to the concept of sadness.
Read that again? I feel like I'm thinking about that way too hard.
The first 10 minutes are great for introducing children to the concept of sadness.
I mean, like, I want to say Inside Out too, but that can't be it. What's like the newest, like one of the newer? I feel like it's one of the newer ones, maybe. Children, the concept of
It
sadness.
says the first 10 minutes is good.
First
for
10
that.
minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, that's the end of the movie. I'm just gonna pass. I'm not gonna get it.
You got to guess
Nah,
something,
just
man.
gas one. Guess
All
something.
right. Luca, maybe.
Nope. Joe?
Okay.
Is it Inside Out too?
Nope. All right. Joe, this is for everything.
All right.
I feel like you can't fuck this up, but I'm just going to
Let's
say it and then
There's a
You
world
never
where-
know.
all right, this review says Pennywise wants his balloons back. Thank you.
No.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Up has that sad ass like intro where it's like the whole life.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's like
but,
his whole life, and then the wife dies
Yeah.
in the first
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they have like they remember they try having a kid too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking grim for a
That-
kids movie. Holy fuck!
Yeah,
Like
it
a
is.
miscarriage. and
I
shit.
wasn't lying.
Damn.
All right, Joe, you're the champ. How do you feel?
Good job.
I feel amazing.
Went on his home court.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
that was fun. That was fun. But all right, I guess speaking of Pixar now, we can move on to my recommendation from last episode, which is also my favorite animated movie of all time, and that is the film Ratatouille, directed by Brad Bird. And I'll read the little
Brad Bird
synopsis
directed
here.
this? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He also
He's
did.
got 2 Oscars, that boy.
He did The
I didn't know that.
Incredibles.
Yeah.
What else did he do?
He did Mission
The Iron
Impossible.
Giant. He did.
Iron Giant, yeah.
Which
They
one-
both
which-
won Oscars.
Yeah,
what
he's a
did he do,
beast.
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, he did Ghost Protocol. So yeah, let me read the
I
synopsis
wanted
here.
him to direct Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that was like an option. People wanted him to
Yeah.
do that, but anyways.
Yeah.
So Remy, a resident of Paris, appreciates good food and has quite a sophisticated palate. He would love to become a chef so he can create and enjoy culinary masterpieces to his heart's delight. The only problem is Remy is a rat. When he winds up in the sewer beneath one of Paris's finest restaurants, the rodent gourmet finds himself ideally placed to realize his dream. So Ratatouille, like I mentioned, is my favorite Pixar film and my favorite animated film ever. Just to start, I want to say, like, the casting of Remy, I think, is perfect. Patton Oswalt. He does such a great job voicing that character. And I don't really know what it is about this movie that I love so much. There's just, like, a general vibe to it. Maybe it's just, like, the music. The music's fantastic. There's, like, that main theme that they go back to. I think it's, like, being in Paris, too, and the fact that it has to do with food. And just, like, the story itself is such a sort of unique idea of, like, two opposite things, like a rat and then, like, being in a kitchen, like, cooking food. It's, like, such a interesting, unique idea. So, I don't know what you guys thought on a rewatch of this. I don't know when's the last time you guys have watched this movie, but...
I probably haven't watched this in, like, I want to say over a decade, maybe. It's like a really long time. But I love, like you said, like, Remy's just, like, desire to cook is, like, very... like heartwarming. I don't know how to explain it. Like, just like when he got like the scenes of like him in the kitchen and him like with the food, it's just very like, I don't know, like feel good, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the
it's definitely a
term for
comfort movie for me.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll just be like, I just want to watch Ratatouille right now. And just
and I enjoyed it. I honestly liked it more than I expected. Well, I knew it was good, but like, you know, I also thought, like you said, the music was very good. Again, like I like how it's in Paris. It's very stylized as well. And just like I don't know, the themes of the movie are nice. Feels like an actual movie.
It's good themes for kids, like the idea of anyone can cook, that sort of message, and you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Like it's a good kids movie. It has like a good central message. So,
yeah.
Detail thoughts?
It's such a good movie, dude. I've seen that movie so many times, but like as of recent, I watched again. When did I text you? 2 days ago? I think I watched on Saturday.
Yeah.
I texted you.
Right after, yeah,
I texted your brother. I was like, I forgot how good this movie was, and he just said it how it was. He was like, "This is when Pixar used to have like good storytelling."
Yeah,
I just love like you said it like it's just an oxymoron where it's a dirty rat pest being in like what once was a 5-star restaurant. I'll tell you one thing that like the only part of the movie that makes me like kind of like cringe a little bit is when all of the rats are making the ratatouille, and you just see a colony of rats in a kitchen. They're like, it just grossed me out for a second. But I just love the play of like kind of I guess you could consider like Linguini being the puppet in a puppeteer scheme. It's very unique storytelling, and a fact that obviously that's like a supernatural thing that could never happen. But it's also like, if this rat was a human, this is what he's going to be doing. He's probably the best chef in the world, if that's the case.
Yeah.
And it's just the food, like animated food looks good. They make it look so much better. The antagonist of Ego, like he sends a chill down your spine, even though you know it's just an animated movie. And then how like they're showing how the restaurant franchise being commercialized compared to what it once was, like how you saw on the TV in the old woman's house.
Yeah.
Also, like underrated character in the movie.
The woman.
The woman, yeah.
That's not to like cut you off there, but that scene scene's so funny. Where like she finds a rat and starts like shooting a shotgun at it in her house.
I like how she like chases them out of the house and like follows them to the river.
He's like, they're leaving and never coming back in a storm, and then she's chasing them with a fucking whatever that gun thing is called.
Yeah. What you mentioned about like the commercialization of like Gusteau's restaurant. Mm-hmm. That's like something that I never really picked up on when I watched it when I was younger, but it is like an interesting idea of them trying to like take this, which was typically like a very exclusive sort of like elite, you know, food that has to be made in a restaurant. It's like, oh, we want to make like enchiladas or something. And it's funny that and Joey, you mentioned this to me, like that was. Is that guy's name Skinner? Like the evil chef?
Skinner, yeah. I think so.
His like plan was to capture Remy and force him to like make microwavable food for him. It's like so stupid.
He's like, you're gonna make
microwavable burritos.
Gusteau meals. I don't know why. I just thought it was really funny. What was I gonna say?
It's funny. Also,
I feel like. Well.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
I feel like this is one of the movies that they should like never touch again. I don't really see where they can, But I feel like it's probably gonna get to a point eventually they will.
I feel like I don't know how they haven't touched this yet. It's really surprising because
this
is something that
in the parks too.
They could make a sequel for this easily, like follow the new restaurant and like a health inspector is the main villain or something. Like they easily could do something.
They did such a good job of kind of just like throwing that whole like potential like downfall out the window in that last scene. Well, not the last scene, but they were just like, we're not even going to test the health inspector, even though he called him. Yeah. You're scared about it, and then they kind of just put it to the side, and they're like, yeah, we're just cooking this meal. That's what the main focus is right now.
Yeah, and it's funny because like they realize like how kind of stupid that is because the following scene right after he gives like the great review, it's like, oh yeah, like they shut down the restaurant because there's like 20 rats in the kitchen.
Because we had to let him go.
Yeah.
I like low-key forgot that the restaurant closes.
Yeah.
I looked up like a couple. I was just looking into like behind the scenes stuff about the movie. Apparently, when it came out, like no food companies wanted to do tie-ins with the movie because they didn't want to be associated with like a rat. Which
it's kind of funny. For the
like Matt, you went to school in like above New York City. I don't know if you're keeping that secret. But.
No. I went to school in the Bronx. I've seen like a mouse here and there. One time I had like a sewer like this big.
Dude, they're like cats
in my house. That I was out drinking with my friends one night. We got back at like 3 a.m. We go chill in our living room. Lights are off. The rat probably thought it was like bedtime for us or something. Like all of a sudden from my kitchen, see like a giant rodent start running towards us. Everyone freaked the fuck out. I jumped up on my couch. It went under our couch, disappeared. We'd never seen it again.
What?
Yeah.
Or he was cooking and
he was chefing. He was chefing.
How big was he? It was that big?
Like this big, like genuine.
That's insane.
It was
they
one
came
of the
back. There
scariest...
was like a pot of sauce on the stove.
Like I commute to work every day in Manhattan, and I go to Midtown, and like I take the subways and everything. I see them all the time, and I'm like,
monsters down there, dude.
Now I kind of now I get it, bro. I got a soft spot for them.
You know? Yeah, no, honestly, rats are cool. After I rewatch this movie.
Yeah. I also just
what was your favorite scene?
No, just before we say that, this is just a random thing I just want to add in. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before. I feel like I might have because it's such a crazy story. But I also had a bat in my house for like a couple days.
Oh, you told me about this, yeah.
Like that was scarier than the rat because all of a sudden, like, first of all, you see a bat flying in your house. Like, what do you do? Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? So everyone kind of like was like freaked the fuck out. Then bat disappeared. And then that was it. We couldn't find it. That
apartment's the Bermuda Triangle, dude. That's crazy.
Eventually, it did fly out again, and we were able to get it out. But there was one point where I like walked out of my bedroom, and like the bat flew at me. It was literally like the scariest moment of my entire life.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, like I can't like explain the fear of just like a bat flying at you.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
But
what is a bat doing in the Bronx? That's crazy.
Bro, I have no idea. But
well,
it was
you're probably Van Cortlandt, right?
Yeah, I was right by Van Cortlandt, but
yeah, it probably came from over there.
Okay.
There was like 2 days where it was in our house, but we didn't know where it was. So we were just like living in fear, like constantly looking up for 2 days.
That's nuts.
But yeah, sorry to distract from Ratatouille. I just wanted to tell that story. What were you gonna say? I think you were about to ask like our favorite scene, right?
I don't want to take your job, but I'm really curious.
Yeah.
You're so hyped on this movie. I want to know what your favorite part of it was.
So, I feel like this is like a lot. I couldn't really pick one. One that for some reason really stuck out to me, and I always remember the scene as a kid, is like when Remy is sort of like explaining why he loves food so much, and it's the scene of him biting the cheese, and it's like in the background there's all the lights. Then he bites the strawberry, and it's like the black with the lights, and then when he puts them together, and it's this big thing. I always remembered that scene from when I was a kid. I don't know why. I just really liked it. When I watched it again, it kind of like made me feel nostalgic of like being a kid and watching the movie. It's not like a crazy scene or anything, but I just like how they sort of use like his reasoning of why he loves food and how they sort of like use like a visual way to show it. I thought that was cool. Also, like the granny scene we talked about with the shotgun. That's probably like the funniest scene in the movie.
Yeah.
But I think like the real MVP scene is probably like when Ego takes the bite of the ratatouille, and then like the nostalgia brings him back to being a kid. He gets a smile on his face, and it's like that's basically like them defeating the villain in this movie.
Right.
It's like that scene. It's not like a typical way how you'd see it in an animated film, but yeah. What about you guys? Because that was like 3. I gave 3. So
That I mean that like you said, Matt, that scene stuck to me a lot as a kid for some reason. I don't know why. There's something about it.
you too with the eating.
Yeah, with the cheese and the strawberry. I don't know why. Even like as a kid, it always stuck with me. But honestly, I like when he first gets to the kitchen and like is like making the kind of soup for the first time. I actually kind of like that scene because he's going to escape and then like he like is brought. I don't know.
Resist. Yeah. The scene, like just from the beginning to like where it arcs, where he's at the peak. It was like he's in the sewer, and then fast forward an hour through the movie, right before like the downfall of the whole arc happens, where he's in that new giant apartment, and he's got his own bed, he's got the cheese and the grapes, and then that single window that's like a foot width, but has a perfect view of the Eiffel Tower, like, and you're just like, this rat made it, dude.
He made it.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool. It's very scenic. It's nice.
Yeah. No, I feel like there's a lot of just. I didn't think there's a bad scene in the movie. Really, it's like such an easy watch. There's just I don't know. It's just the storytelling. It's just I can't even describe it, man. I just love this movie.
Yeah, it's a feel.
I like when they first tell like the anything anybody can cook like motto that Gusteau had, but like when Remy's listening to it on the TV, like that whole like monologue that Gusteau has himself, that was really cool.
Yeah. One thing that I feel like wasn't really necessary was like the fact that Linguini is Gusteau's son. They didn't really like go into that too much, and it really ends up being irrelevant. Besides for the fact that he like owns the restaurant now, and it's a way to like get Skinner out of the kitchen. But it was kind of like out of nowhere. They don't really like explain who the mother is or like why the kid was abandoned or any of that. I don't know.
Do you think she wanted everyone to find out, or it was kind of just like, give my son a job because he's Gustav's son? You think that was just?
I don't think she wanted people to find out. Like she told that guy, but it was more like to blackmail him to give him a job.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Gusteau wouldn't want people to find out.
Yeah,
because like it's his secret.
Bad look. Yeah.
Yeah, but also like, why would that be a bad look? Actually, I don't.
I also like his figment of imagination. Gusteau is like, I have a son.
Yeah, because and it's just like I feel like that's a trope, or not a trope, but it's like he's like, oh, I'm in your head. If you didn't know, how the fuck was I supposed to know? Yeah. Ghost Gusteau I think was cool, just to give Remy some extra dialogue. Because when he's not
kind of like a fairy godmother.
Yeah, because when he's not with other rats, which like a lot of the movie he's not, he doesn't speak. So having that Ghost Gusteau there with him gave him like an opportunity to talk, because I think in certain other scenes when he's saying stuff, it like showed it from Linguini's perspective, and it's just like rat chatter, like it wasn't actually. So I thought that was like a good way to give him more dialogue, but not like force rats to be in the movie when they shouldn't be, you know.
Yeah. What did you rate this? I'm actually curious what you gave it, man.
You want to go to ratings? I don't know if you guys have anything else, because it is
11 out of 10.
It is.
Nah, it was good.
It's like a quick, it's a quick watch. I mean, it's not like there's not, you can't go too in depth on it. It's literally just a rat that cooks. But one other thing that when I was looking up some behind the scenes, apparently sales of pet rats drastically shot up after the release of this film. I could totally see like little kids watching it and be like, "Can I get a rat?"
Maybe he could cook.
It made me want a rat, honestly. Nami would eat it though.
Yeah, Nami would. That rat would not last long. I wanted to get you when I went to Disney a couple years ago. They sell like a little like Remy thing, and they have like a little magnet. You like put it on your shirt, it just like chills on your shoulder.
Damn, that would have been sick for this.
It would have been
episode.
perfect for the episode. Yeah.
I went with my family in August. My cousin's 2 kids have them,
Oh, the little.
Yeah, the little
Yeah,
magnet.
I would get it, dude. That thing's sick.
Do they have like a Ratatouille area in Disney or no?
Yeah,
I think it's just like one little spot.
it's in
Um,
well in
yeah,
Epcot. It's like the France Pavilion. They
yeah,
do like a
exactly.
a Remy ride. I went on it. It was like they like you're in like a little cart and it's like a mouse and you like go through the kitchen and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cute.
Have you guys ever tried Ratatouille itself or no? I don't even know what that dish is,
No.
honestly.
I had it in London.
It's
It's
like
good.
a vegetable. It's like
It's like a,
squash, zucchini.
it's like a vegetable with a broth kind. Like it's like a peasant dish. It's
Yeah.
like nothing. It's yeah, just vegetables.
But how
and
they
like
make it in the movie is not how it's like traditionally
no.
made. It's like normally like I think it's like squared, right, or something. It's more like a soup.
Yeah, it's like cubed
Well, not
kind
just a
of.
soup, but like
It's just like diced vegetables. It's like nothing special.
Yeah.
It's good though. I liked it when I had it.
I'm sure though when you were eating it, you definitely like thought of this movie or mentioned it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
yeah.
like
No, when
it's
people
just
say ratatouille, you think of the movie, not the food.
yeah.
They named this dish after a movie.
They made Ratatouille a real thing. But all right, yeah, I guess we could rate it now. I gave it a 4.5 star, a 9 out of 10. I don't really have much wrong with it, but I wouldn't put it in like I'm very restrictive in what I give a 5 star.
Yeah.
And I think like there is a big issue with that plot point about Linguini being Gusteau's son. It's just like it's unnecessary and it's
It's
like
out
a
of place.
major thing with the main character that shouldn't have been there. But whatever. That's like my only thing that stops it from being a 5 star pretty much. In terms of like the visual storytelling and like how the movie looks, how the movie sounds, the music is great. I love Remy. I love the voice acting. And yeah, it's just like a very personal film to me. It's one that is always a feel good comfort watch if I'm ever down and I want to feel better. I toss on some Ratatouille, watch Remy chef it up. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think it's in my opinion best animated film I've ever seen. So yeah,
I gave it an 8 out of 10, so 4 out of 5. So obviously really liked it. I probably wasn't as hot on it as Matthew or Detail, but it's still like probably one of the best Pixar movies made. But it's just like Matt said, it's a very feel good movie. You throw it on, it's just very like I don't know, heartwarming. Like it was like caught myself like smirking a couple times watching it. Like it's just feel good.
Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. It's one of like I can't reiterate it enough how wholesome and just like I love movies that are animated and they bring food into it and they make it like a central part of the movie. I don't know if there's been many other ones. I feel like there have been, but it just makes like the way cooking looks and the way food is more appetizing than it would be in real life, if that makes sense. It kind of, like because I love cooking in college. I don't really do it too much anymore, but it makes me want to just get in the kitchen and make something. Yeah, but yeah, it was it's just a very good movie that anyone could watch.
yeah, I was glad to recheck that out because I watch it probably like once a year I'd say, but I never actually analyzed it really until now. But
What do you like better, that or the Muppets movie?
I like this better. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think,
do
like-
love the Muppets, but
Like how you describe this is like you just throw it on to feel better is like how I feel like
With Jason Segel, that one,
Nah, the original
the new
like,
one, oh, the original
like,
one.
I think 79 it came out.
the Jason
think
Segel
I-
one is really good though too.
I like
honestly.
that one a lot.
Yeah,
Am I a man or a Muppet, dude?
That's the one where it's like the new. I haven't seen that one.
it's one of the
like,
best songs in any film. Yeah.
I have like three more Muppet movies, and then I've watched all of them.
Nice.
Thanks. All right. So before we wrap things up, we have a little Q&A, a couple little questions. Nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but one of them is from you, Dito. So
Yes.
You asked yourself a question, I guess. But I'll read that one first. Just give me a second to pull it up.
This is really for you guys because I was curious.
So you were curious. You said 2 vampire movies were released this year. What depiction do you like the best? Which 2? I know Sinners.
No,
Nosferatu.
That came out
Came
last
out
year, bro.
last
I gotta
year.
say it.
How long ago?
Well, December.
December? I thought it was in January.
Nah.
Well, I
Question,
guess within.
question
but
is
it's still- I knew
invalid.
what you
Question
meant,
is
yeah.
invalid.
No,
Apologies.
No.
Stop being a dork. Let me ask a question.
Within within a 6-month span, you've seen 2 new vampire movies. What depiction do you like the best?
I like
Or we were-
Nosferatu significantly better in terms
I
of
just-
like
the design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just. Sorry, we're both talking at the same time.
Yeah,
so you go first.
yeah.
No, you got it. You got it.
Like I like the grotesqueness and like how he looks like more like a creature. Like they treat it more like a monster and less like a person, if that makes sense. Like in Nosferatu in the movie is more treated like the vampires in this are like characters. I mean, Nosferatu is a character in the movie, but he's mostly treated like a plot point almost. Like he's
right.
you know. So I prefer like that kind of vampire, I guess. But
Yeah.
I still love Sinners, like
Yeah, I feel like Sinners maybe. I don't know if it's. I think Nosferatu is a better movie, but Sinners I feel like is close in that aspect. But in terms of how vampires are portrayed, I think Nosferatu is like significantly better. It's more faithful to how Bram Stoker originally envisioned the creatures, or the creature, I guess. And I like how it is very disgusting and grotesque. Like, this is supposed to be like a beast. I'm looking at Haley Steinfeld, I'm like, yo, like, even Michael B. too, like him, his shirtless vamp, like, come on.
They look like dudes, bro.
Think about Michael B.'s shirtless vampire compared to like Nosferatu's shirtless vampire, like that scene. It's completely different. I prefer like the Nosferatu look. But yeah.
Like I knew you guys were gonna say that because you like the horror stuff and Goose just loves that kind of body gore type thing. But the whole movie in Sinners, I was waiting for like that final evolution of a vampire to get there, and I didn't think it was gonna happen until they were in the pond. His hand started to grow, his face started to change a little bit, and they did kind of get there to the point where like this is who like not Dracula but the vampire is, who's like infecting everyone else. Because, like, you could throw a ton of them out there where it's just, like, your traditional Halloween Count Dracula with, like, the cape and everything.
Yeah.
And then you could do Robert Pattinson as Edward. And then I think these two are just completely different than those two, obviously. But I like the normalcy of Remick, and then you can see that he can get to that point where he is as grotesquely, like, effective as a Dracula should be, or a vampire should be.
Yeah, that's definitely like a completely fair argument. I understand that.
Honestly, that's a really good point, Tito. Sorry to cut you off, Matt.
No, that was it.
That's something I didn't realize. Like that kind of final evolution of like a more like if they had a more like imagine at the end, like he became like a fucking like more in line with like a Nosferatu looking vampire. Like that would have been all. It's like, obviously the movie's still great, but now that you point that out, that is kind of something I wish they would have done a little more of.
Yeah, because they don't have like different outfits than like a normal it's literally just like a person.
They're regular people,
with like teeth,
right?
Basically, and they have the red eyes and stuff. But that I thought was pretty cool about their depiction, like that. When they sort of got ready to attack, their eyes started to turn red. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I asked who did I ask this? It might have been Olivia, because Olivia was in the movie theater with me. But did all of them have like different colored eyes at some point, or like I felt like Michael B. Jordan's Stack had like purple eyes. Haley Steinfeld was like yellow or something like that.
They changed colors.
I feel like most of them were different, right? I don't know if I was just seeing something. I have to rewatch the movie to see it.
I think you might be right. I feel like they're red. I feel like they're all red.
I definitely remember them changing.
I know Michael B. Jordan was purple.
Was he?
He was purple like before like the actual fight happened.
You're probably right. Yeah, because I'm just like assuming it was red, but if you actually remember it being purple, then it definitely was. So yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the question.
Thanks.
Sure, man.
We got two more. So this is from @Anton_KinoLove on Instagram.
Shout out.
Shout out to this guy. Favorite DC superheroine?
It's a superhero?
Like a female superhero.
Oh.
I feel like maybe not a superhero, but Catwoman.
That's a superhero.
I like Catwoman. She's kind of like a villain, though.
Yeah. Like
but
anti-hero.
There's like a bunch of cool female characters in like the Batman sort of mythos, like Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. They're like kind of villains. I would say Catwoman.
Catwoman? I'll go a little different. I'll say Zatanna.
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you know, like, I don't know how.
Not really a lot. Like I kind of want to say like you can't say Poison Ivy. Like, can I just throw Batwoman?
Batman's okay. Yeah.
That woman's solid. Like I like Batwoman and like what's the animated Batman? Batman Beyond. That Batwoman is pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And then Win in that too is cool.
That's an
thank you
interesting
for the question.
actually. Trying to think about the other, like Wonder Woman. I know Starfire.
Supergirl.
Raven.
Supergirl's
Raven, I
one.
forgot about. Raven would have been cool.
Yeah. Superwoman, Supergirl, whatever.
Superwoman,
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Hawkgirl.
Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's like the big one, but that's
The
too
big
obvious.
Yeah.
one.
That's too obvious.
So. All right. Well, thank you for the question.
Solid.
Last question from @Cass.Wills on Instagram. Shout out Cass. What's your hottest film take? That's an insane question, but I have like one that it's definitely a hot take, but I feel like I'm not the only one with this take. I think movies that are made now, like within the last 20 years, are like significantly better than like old movies. Like I'm talking about like Casablanca, like shit like that is just looked upon so well. I think the fact that like we have the age of like how many years have passed, people are just like, oh, these are classics, so they're good. But like when you actually watch them, I know it's a very general statement, but like all of my favorite movies are from like within the past 20 years. My top 4: Arrival, mid-90s, Eternal Sunshine, and Black Swan. And I think there's maybe a couple movies that I've rated a 5-star before the year 2000. I just feel like movies now are significantly better. And the reason why there's so many old classics is because the old movies that aren't good, like why would you watch them? So no one talks about them anyway.
Yeah.
Like you think there's more bad movies now, but it's because you watch the bad ones. There was definitely a lot of bad movies back then, but why would you watch them? You know?
I mean, it makes me think of like Psycho. Like that was the bar of the horror movies back in the day.
Yeah, I do like Psycho, that specific one, but yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know, but I feel like they are better in the sense that like they have a lot more to pull from. Like they're able to watch those great older movies and be like, okay, obviously it's different, but I'm saying they're able to pull from so many years and years of cinema that like it makes sense that now we're producing even better stuff than we were before. Because one, technology that always gets better. Like people in terms of just as time goes on, people just will get better at things.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's why I'm saying like the stuff
it's
now
not,
is some of the best stuff.
But
if you told people like, oh yeah, movies nowadays are like the best that they've been, like everyone's gonna be like, what? Like a Minecraft movie just came out. Like you know, like.
But they won't watch like fucking Past Lives or Lo Capitano or something. You know, like good movies that come out. But
I don't know if you guys have other hot takes.
I have some that are. I have one that I love saying because I think it's so true. I love this guy's movies. John Wick's are some of the sickest movies ever, but I just think Keanu Reeves is not a good actor.
I agree with
at
you.
all. He's just so. I don't know what I think of him in the comebacks as like the quarterback. I forget his name.
Dude, he
like
sucks.
that one.
He sucks.
That role, like, I can't even expand on it because he plays the same monotone dude every movie, and he just has a different script.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's very
like
typecast.
he's
very cool with the theatrics in John Wick. I love John Wick movies. I love the extras that he puts in with like the reload like clip thing and stuff like that. But like, dude, give me a moment.
He seems to be a great person based on like everything I've seen about him, and he's beloved like as a person in Hollywood. But in terms of like him as an actor, the only reason why John Wick is so good is because like him not showing any emotion and no range is the character.
Yeah.
Like if you acted like that in a normal movie, it would be horrible. And like
You're like, am I watching John Wick again?
What do you think his best performance is besides John Wick?
I mean he's okay in Bram Stoker.
Yeah, that's what my
Bram Stoker's cool.
The Matrix, he's good.
Oh, The Matrix, he's good in actually.
Yeah.
But that same thing, he plays like kind of monotone, serious.
Yeah, but I feel like
at least there he has a love interest, so it's kind of like some kind of emotion.
You got a hot take, Joe?
I don't feel like this isn't a hot take, but like I feel like people like I don't know. I was gonna say like animation is like I feel like animation gets grouped in with like children stuff a lot when it shouldn't be. I feel like animation is definitely not a genre; it's a medium. I feel like that's starting to change more now.
That
Would you anime in that?
Yeah, anime is literally like a perfect example of how animation is not only for kids; it's for everybody. Like, because anime tackles mature themes like blood, sex, violence, all the good stuff, and it handles it like really well. And some things are told better animated than they are in live action. And I don't think that's a hot take at all.
And dude, I agree with you, Joe. And even like even Ratatouille, it's not like goofy shit's happening. Like there's adult things happening in the movie. Like it's like eating at a fancy restaurant in Paris. Like what are kids gonna know about or
like
care
the whole
about?
Honestly, if you really think about it, are there kids in the movie?
No, actually,
there's
no,
not.
there's none.
Ego as a kid is like the only.
Oh,
kid.
Ego as a kid, yeah. It's a good point, Detail. Actually, I didn't even realize that.
I think I said my hot take at the beginning of this, but Quentin Tarantino's best movie is Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like some people would agree with that. I've seen like it's like Rotten Tomatoes and just general ratings are high, but I think people just think of Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I don't think if you think of Tarantino, you don't think of Jackie Brown first. But yeah, I would say that's a hot take. Another one I have it's not necessarily like about movies, but like I think that every person, whether cinephile or not, should have AMC A-list. You pay $25 a month.
I 100%
if you see one movie a month, it pays itself off. First of all, you're just like exposing yourself to new art that you wouldn't normally see anyway, and like I said, one ticket a month, it's worth it. So you go once a month. You're bored on a random day, you could just walk into a theater, catch what's new. You want to go on a date, you got your ticket paid for already. There, there's just so many benefits to having it, and it's so cheap. It doesn't even make any sense.
Sponsor this, man.
And you're gonna be more once you have it. You're so much more willing to go to the theater to see something than to wait for it to go home and come on like DVD and whatnot.
Yeah, it's it's such a crazy deal, dude.
But, yeah, I'm surprised.
Honestly, after seeing 2 movies in 1 week last week for like the first time in years, I was considering that. Didn't you used to have the Regal one?
We had Regal's good too. Regal's unlimited. You could do like Regals. You could see as many movies as you want.
Yeah,
AMC is three. Yeah, AMC is 3 a week, but like we're not gonna go more than 3 times a week.
No, actually, I think it's 4 now. They changed it.
Yeah, but the reason why AMC is better is because IMAX is included in that. So Joe and I pay $25 a month. We got to see Sinners in the biggest IMAX screen in America for included in our subscription.
Yeah, like that ticket's probably $25-$30.
Yeah. Is that the AMC on 34th?
No, it's on 66th Street.
Okay.
You should, if you ever get it's probably sold out for Sinners and stuff, but you should go to that theater and like see an IMAX movie. The screen is like insane.
Yeah. Next time you go, let me know, dude.
Yeah. And me and Matt, we'll go sometimes. And like,
have you been to like the IMAX in the Staten Island Mall or no?
Oh, that one. Well, we used to have like the big IMAX theater off of Forest, right?
That there was like a Regal there, I think, at one point. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they did have an IMAX.
Not the new one in the mall. No, I've never been there.
I'm like that. The IMAX there, the one in the Lincoln Center, it's probably like 3 or 4 times the size. It's like
for real.
I'd say more than that, dude.
Yeah,
it's in Lincoln Center. That's sick.
You could probably fit like 8 of those screens on the Lincoln Center one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
But yeah, so get AMC A-list, everyone. Because like you said before, this will be my last point. Like some people may say, oh, like I don't go to the movies enough to warrant it. If you're paying $25 a month and you could see movies whenever you want, you're gonna go more.
Yeah.
So like but anyways, all right. Shout out Cass for the question. Thank you. She's been giving me some great recs recently, and definitely follow her on Letterboxd. Her handle is LadyBird69420. So if you guys want to see some good reviews, go check that out. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I think that'll pretty much wrap up the episode. Dito, thank you so much for joining us. This is a lot of fun.
This was awesome, guys. I love this. Thank you for having me.
If you have any closing remarks, but
Fight Club's the best movie of all time. Listen to these guys every week. They're awesome. Or every 2 weeks, that is. But I really appreciate you guys having me on. Of
course, man.
You gotta watch Remember the Titans. That's my last one.
I'll toss it on. Yeah, we'll have you back on again sometime soon. So, all right.
Let me know, man.
And everyone else listening, definitely follow us on social media. Oh wait, do you want to plug anything? I don't know.
My Instagram's right under my face, so that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit up our socials, and yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Oh wait, Joe, you have to recommend a movie. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for you to finish.
Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so this week, since we watched the Disney movie, I was kind of feeling a little reminiscent about movies I watched when I was a kid, and I wanted to recommend a movie that came out in 2003, directed by Gore Verbinski, and it's Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Nice.
Which I think is one of the best summer blockbuster movies ever made. I fucking love the Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm really excited to see. I think I have this logged already twice on Letterboxd, which is like, for me, that's like twice. Watching the movies a lot. I really don't watch things more than once. So this will be the third time. So this is,
it's a great rec.
Very highly.
Great rec.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for that. And then Thunderbolts we'll watch too.
Yeah, with Thunderbolts. And then, oh wait, I forgot, bro. We didn't even talk about The Ugly Stepsister.
All right, we could toss it in right here. What do you got to say?
All right, well, real quick. For our horror fans out there, we saw The Ugly Stepsister. It's like a Norwegian take on like a Cinderella story. It had some good body horror moments, but it was all right. I don't know. I thought it was a little disappointing.
What was it about? Was it kind of just like a spin-off, basically saying the Ugly Stepsister kills Cinderella?
It's more like so the Ugly Stepsister like wants to impress the prince, so she does like all these like kind of body modification things.
Oh,
so it's like
okay.
Like that type of stuff. It's more in line with like the Grimm fairy tale type of thing.
Yeah, I got you.
It's cool. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I'll check that out.
The concept of it seems like very cool, and it was supposed to be like this crazy body horror. I think overall I was a little disappointed in it. There's a lot that I liked about it, but there is one particular scene, and if you're gonna watch it, Dito, I won't like spoil too much.
Sure.
But yeah, there's like one
the
scene
you talking about?
that like if you look at the poster, then you'll basically see where they're going with it. That was really well done. That was disgusting, and I thought that was great. And also the tapeworm, that was great. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that actually.
But
my imagination's running wild right now.
Yeah. I do like the movie a lot, but I just feel like I was expecting more.
Yeah, because it was getting compared to The Substance. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be like.
It wasn't no
I mean,
Substance.
it does. No, I mean, in the sense of like, women like doing whatever it takes to look a certain way. Like I see that where The Substance parallels like those type of themes, but in terms of the body horror, The Substance is like way better.
Yeah, it was also like very sexual too, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but
they have that like weird. Actually, I don't even want to.
Yeah, there's some weird moments, but all right. Anyways, So again, Dito, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for coming on.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode. Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Peace.